So whenever you go into a company, you always pretty much have to learn their system anyway. So you're pretty much starting over again if it's proprietary software, let's say, or something like that. The gas doesn't go down like they want it to.
This guy posted about laser beams bending down due to gravity. But Chat GPT was asked, will a horizontal laser beam bend down due to gravity or pitch up because it's lighter than air? And then the response is from the Chat GPT, a laser beam is not affected by gravity or air density. It will
Yeah,
travel in a straight line. The beam will only bend if it passes through a medium with a varying refractive index, such as
right.
passing through the atmo or through a prism.
Exactly.
And then you have all the jockeys in the comment fields in that core site saying otherwise. Interesting. So you can pick something out from here, maybe. Yeah. One jockey here. It will bend slightly down due
So,
to gravity, curving the
so,
geodesic path.
so what you're trying to say is there's a whole bunch of people that are learning about the globe, like in current times,
Hmm.
but they're not using any of it anywhere. So who's the one that's asked out? I mean, that must be frustrating. Think about that. You're learning something that, if it includes that fairy tale globe, you definitely aren't doing anything in real time, uh, on or near the surface, flying, anything kind of motion across the surface would require an adjustment of the technology to negotiate the curve. Yes, that would have to be existing, but it doesn't anywhere. There's not one single type of technology that's flying any kind of craft above the surface or on or near the or below the surface even that is using globe earth anything. They're not doing anything with globe earth. As well as skiers, export, X games, like people that can do like 720s in the air. It's funny. No one seems to need to use it.
This is interesting, actually, when I'm looking. Oh, man, it's not working. Fuck yeah.
The one I like the best is the aircraft pilot, the fighter pilot going 1,000 miles an hour at 10 feet above the deck. They're not negotiating because Think how fast they would have to be negotiating that curve if they were going that fast. 1,000 miles per hour.
So how fast would they have to negotiate it?
Well, an aircraft that's going 500 miles an hour has to dip its nose down 2,798 feet per minute. You, as a passenger, you definitely would feel that, and you don't feel any of that. All you feel is it going up. Once it gets a level, it levels off. That's what you feel.
What
And
is
it
that in
goes
terms
level
of degrees?
2,700 feet per minute. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't think that's correct, though.
Yeah. Okay, well, do the math yourself.
Okay.
No, you can do the math. Show the math.
That's incorrect.
Math
It's off by 60.
the math is
multiplied by
on
60.
is Globe Terminator. It's on Globe Terminator.
Yeah, he's wrong.
Oh, really? Show how he's wrong.
Sure. How long does it take a plane to go 1 mile? Or how long does it go in 1 minute? Let's just say that. I mean, I could do the math.
1 second.
So 600 miles per hour is going to be 10 miles per minute, right? So it goes 10 miles?
10 miles per minute.
Exactly. So 10 miles. So do 8 inches per mile squared. 8 inches times 10 times 10 is 800 inches. $800 inches is 67 feet. So where do you get 2,700 feet? Oh, if you accidentally multiply
1
by
hour.
60.
A plane traveling 500 miles an hour for 1 hour. So you're trying to divide it up into this little bitty pieces. No, you're going in 1 hour.
Okay.
How far
Sorry,
are
I
you going in
misheard
1
the
hour?
stat.
500 miles in 1 hour.
Yeah. So what did you say the stat was?
2,798 feet per minute.
Yeah, per minute. It's 67 feet per minute. And then if you accidentally multiply by 60, then you get the 27.
No, you're using 10 miles.
Yes, 10 miles.
No, that's
Every
wrong.
minute.
That's wrong.
Planes can go up to 10 miles in a minute, right?
We're talking a plane going 500 miles an hour for 1 hour, my brother. That's all the numbers you need. You just do it from that. You don't divide it up into your little pie pieces like you just decide to do on your own
You said
because
per
you
minute.
feel like it.
Did you
Because
say
you
per
feel
minute?
like it.
Hello,
Just because
my
you
friends,
feel like
how are
doing
you
that.
boys? How's it going?
You don't
You're
get to just-
interrupting. True. Sorry. Go on.
You don't get to just divide it up into 10-mile sections, my brother. You have to use 500 miles and 1 hour, 60 minutes, 500 miles.
I thought you were talking about 2,700 feet per minute. I thought you were talking about minutes. Are you talking about minutes or miles? Or, I mean, hours.
What are you guys talking about even? I didn't follow it really at the beginning.
Whether a plane would have to dip its nose very much while it's flying around the globe.
How much
Oh,
it would
dip
have
corrections?
to- It would have to dip its nose, yeah. And using the
Hmm.
base as a basis, a plane going 500 miles an hour for 1 hour. So we know. You take the 500. That's 1 hour. That's 6,667 feet of drop every 100 miles. Vertical elevation. Drop in elevation. So 500 miles an hour.
Okay, I posted the math in the side chat for anybody who's interested.
Ready, Exile? It is time to hunt!
Approach, traveler. A goodie pure name your own, the kappa never ends. Hello?
Just got silent all of a sudden. Check, check.
That's a good check. We got Globers in the house. We got a destroyer. What? No, no Globers in the house. Okay, cool. Let
Yeah,
them
there
stay in
was.
peace. Well, I know the math he learns. That guy's not. That guy's a lost cause, bro. I don't even know why you guys still talk to him. It's gonna be 5 years, 10 years of the same shit with this guy. He is what we call a waste of time.
Best friends, beast, until we slaughter you.
I was trying to look for the chart for that plane dip correction. You know, the claim of dip correction. See if I can post it here.
Yeah, what do you think the amount of dip correction would be?
Your trouble.
Yeah, have a look at the one I posted now. How much you need to account for if the plane were actually dipping or not. That's a lot.
Okay, so a plane goes 500 miles per hour, right?
You have the little box there, the yellow one. Yeah, at 500 miles per hour. Yeah.
Okay. And then, so every minute it's 830, or sorry, 8.33 miles, right?
The king of rats. A feast for rats.
Yeah. Everything is there in the yellow box.
Okay. So
Yeah.
let's do 8.33 times 8.33 times 8. Do you have a calculator?
It says 833 times 60 minutes.
No, I'm talking about just for 1 minute. You're asking how much a plane has to correct in 1 minute.
Yeah. So after 100 miles is 12 minutes, 100 miles.
No, I'm just
You
talking
need to
about the
start
first
doing some dip correction after that. That's not a lot of
just
flight
one.
time. 12 minutes.
1 minute is 8.3.
Yeah, but 12 minutes is sufficient enough to be able to notice the dip corrections if they're made or not, right?
Yeah, but they're made constantly, continuously. So let's
Yeah,
do
yeah, in small increments, sure. But after 12 minutes, 100 miles is a lot, man. What does it say? 6,653 feet of dip correction? Over 6,600 feet. That's a lot. That will be very noticeable. How do you explain that?
cumulative effect and the change in direction.
Cool story.
Can you explain?
If you want to figure out how much it dips per minute, you need to do just 1 minute at a time.
Yeah, but who sits there each minute just to see or feel the dip correction happening while you sit in the
I
airplane?
thought that was your question. How much does a plane have to dip every minute?
How long are their usual flight planes are at? They're not at 1 minute. Are you telling me there are 1 minute flight paths to one destination to another?
Right.
Therefore, we can't feel the dip correction, the nose dipping down,
Right.
the change of acceleration.
Yep.
Yeah. So, why should we go down to 1 minute?
Because we're looking. Because that's your question. How much does it correct per minute? Are you asking per minute or per day or per hour or per week or what are you asking?
Do that. Listeners do that.
No, I'm asking what time scale you want to look at.
Luxury and cruelty go hand
per minute?
Nope, just try a 1 hour flight at 500 miles an hour. Do you start there? Like, what are you talking about, Matthew? You're out of you're out of off the
The question is it accounted for? Is it accounted for?
No.
Nope.
Clearly, Matthew
Okay.
lost his mind. That's why he keeps coming back here, guys.
No, I'm just arguing against the
Nom, 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 nom,
27
nom.
to
Okay, there, yeah,
77
sure.
feet per minute
Okay. Cool story, bud.
with mathematics.
Yeah, cool story, bud.
Cool story is an insufficient rebuttal to mathematics.
Oh, rebuttal. I ain't rebutting shit. I'm telling you, cool story, bud.
There you go again.
Cool story. Matthew does not learn shit.
I'm sorry.
Matthew,
who
after
has said
10
this is
years, still doesn't know shit.
I apologize. When you said cool
Quite
story, I thought that was instrumental, but now
unfortunate.
laughing and like sort of singing a song. Now that's a
Quite
sufficient-
unfortunate. You've been doing this for so long, you still don't get it. That's why you're dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb.
I'm not dumb.
Oh, yeah, oh, buddy, hey, are you fucking stupid, man? In my books, you're the dumbest one in here.
I'm not dumb or stupid.
Oh, you're fucking
Is
retarded.
there any dip to correct for? A dip to correct for if they're not correcting for it, right?
Oh, yeah, no, you don't need to.
Yeah, because
You don't
Matthew
need to.
Learns is a pilot, boys. Everybody, Matthew Learns is a pilot. He knows
Oh,
what
I've
it's
never
up
flown.
there. Oh, exactly. Now, how the fuck do you know?
Logic and reason.
Oh, logic and reason. You got none of that. Clearly don't have. You've
reason,
shown
but I
after
never
5
flown.
years coming to these servers, you've shown clearly that you have zero logic and reason.
That's not how I'd say
Doesn't matter how you talk. You can talk in the beta male voice all you want. Try to pretend to be a victim all you want. But buddy, in the end, everybody sees through your bullshit. You're here to try and get people back on the globe. Remember that. That's your words.
But Matthew, you say they don't account for dip corrections, yet you say it's there because of the math. I mean, and then it's just a belief then.
Yeah, it happens automatically.
Yeah.
They don't have to account for it. But if you want to measure how much it is, we can do
It
that.
happens automatically. What do you mean it happens automatically?
As you move positions across the Earth, the vector of down changes. And so
Yeah.
and
So
sort
when
of
you change the
naturally-
vector, yeah, the altitude, the acceleration changes as well when you start going dipping down. That should be happening. You should be able to read that on the instrument,
I'm saying,
but it doesn't show
the
that.
The place where of equal altitude curves, so you can stay at the same altitude, but you're still curving. is what I'm saying.
No, there's a plethora
So-
of pilots, real pilots, that actually say it's flat. You know, no. But Matthew Learns is gonna come here and say it's not. A
Just because
plethora
they're
of
pilots,
pilots,
they
a
don't have
plethora
stuff on
of
the wall for
pilots.
that.
Oh yeah, they're always up there and they see a flat horizon all their life. Yeah, they're gonna say it's curving now.
He's always claiming this knowledge of things he's never done too. Which
Exactly.
Is really kind of striking.
Strange,
Very
right? Striking.
Sure,
It's
I
called
mean,
it's
I
called
think-
the Dunning-Kruger effect. There you go. It's Mr. Dunning-Kruger #1 here.
Yeah,
So-
I think the Eiffel Tower exists. I've never seen it, so I
Oh,
don't
cool
see a
story.
problem
Yeah.
with saying that.
Well, irrelevant. That's apples and oranges comparison. But thank you for trying to.
No, Sonny was just saying that I'm always claiming things that I
yeah.
haven't seen, and I
No.
don't see a problem with that.
Not seen, done. Big difference.
Nobody's ever
So
seen it.
I
Somebody's
guarantee
seen
you,
the fucking
I
Eiffel
guarantee
Tower.
you don't even have a good description of the Eiffel Tower. I've been on it. I've touched it. I've walked up it. So
Yeah, I've never been.
Nobody's seen
Dunning-Kruger.
Yeah, he has been there and you don't.
you have no idea what the Eiffel Tower is. Only from pictures.
So what we got here is an airplane flying a level at a certain altitude. An instrument, the artificial horizon on that instrument showing level, well, with some increased degrees up depending how high they need to go due to the yeah, the flights, like the aerodynamics and such, to account for that, so they don't, you know, fuck off somewhere else.
So they don't stall.
Yeah. But yet, we have to believe somehow the plane is going around the curved path without us knowing that, seeing that, measuring that, no kind of indication of that, but just in math. Is that reasonable
Yeah, it's based
logic?
on the preconceived notion that the Earth is a globe.
Okay.
Well,
So
preconceived.
okay,
You
cool.
just said it.
He said it. It's fine. It's cool.
There
Then
you have it.
it's yeah. It stops at that. Full stop.
Yeah, no, it's based on that assumption.
Yeah.
It's cool. Yeah. Then it's not a fact. Yeah, I get
You
it.
know what
And it's
happens
not
when you
using logic
assume,
either.
right? Yeah, you know
It's
what
a
happens when you
reification.
assume.
It's a
Like an ass
reification
to you and
fallacy.
me,
So
man.
it's not using logic because it's a reification fallacy, begging the question.
Ass of you and me. When you
That's cool, man.
assume.
I mean, Matthew. I mean, he loves talking about these things. You know, reporting his beliefs and such. You know, it's fine as long as he doesn't claim it as a fact without backing it up. As
Oh,
long
he
as
can't
we,
do that
you know,
anymore.
we
He
sta-
used to do that. He can't do that anymore
Oh, I
because he's
know.
been
My
shut
beliefs
down
are
a million
true.
times. Ha!
No, I actually think these are true.
You can.
I wouldn't believe it if I didn't think it's true.
Well, you can believe all you want. Come on, man.
Delusional, this guy.
You're not backing them up with actual facts, to be honest.
Delulu.
That's the problem. But yeah, again, it's fine. If you want to believe that, that's fine. If that's your justification of belief, it's
Well,
fine.
he's being pretty honest about not having any actual proof. So there's that.
Yeah, I'd never say I have proof. I would say that the evidence is best explained by the globe theory.
Ah, yeah, look at his
This
big
anonymous. It's
words.
anonymous.
Well,
Evidence
it's
and
a
proof
good
is
thing we're not
anonymous.
going by explanations. We're going by actual test of drop over distance, and there is none. So that's the difference. You're not doing anything out
Sunsets
in
every
nature. You're in normal experience in your normal life. You're not going out there and doing any testing. You're not doing anything.
And Matthew, how many genders are there?
There are two biological sexes.
Okay. At least you know that. Oh my God.
Yeah, he seems to be following the biblical part. Yeah, that's good. At
But
least
there's
you're
30.
on that.
But there's 32 off genders. Only kidding.
I was waiting for him to say that.
No, there's 36 now. They're going up every day by the minute, actually.
Hey, what do you identify as, Matthew?
I am a biological male, and my gender is male.
See,
Said gender is male.
Did you know they discovered Michael Jackson's pronouns? They're he.
Oh, you're so funny.
Nice
Oh,
one.
so clever.
Nice
This is,
nice one.
yeah, so clever. Oh my God, I forgot to laugh.
Oh well.
Sonny and I
Don't
live in
insult a dead
California,
man.
And here in California, they actually have been like, there have been transgendered people ever since the gold rush. Back in the gold rush, you ask the gold rush guys, and they said, "Yep, there's gold in them there hills."
Oh my gosh.
It's so punny, this guy.
That was a
It's
stretch.
ridiculous.
I apologize, dust and ashes.
Gay humor. I don't know how well that's going to go across over here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nobody would like
politics are,
that
man.
joke. I think they would
But back
say
to
I'm
topic.
intolerant.
Yeah, well, the lone prairie isn't called lonely for no reason.
Prairie, isn't that like a plane?
Yeah.
It is a
Driving
plane.
the cattle across the plain, exactly.
Careful, Matthew's gonna have a hard time with that one.
That thing! It slaughtered everyone! Help me!
It's impossible to have a plane on a sphere, on a globe.
Yeah, why do we have so much planar talk in the nomenclature? Tectonic plates, like the abyssal plains under the oceans. The flattest part of Earth is under the oceans for the longest amount of time. Can you imagine if you
think
were
about
able
it.
to see all the way across? Like, of course, you couldn't see all the way across, but how large that would look if you could stand at the one side of the abyssal plains and look over to the other, towards the other side.
I mean, think about it. If the Earth was a globe, why do we call airplanes airplane and not air curvature?
Plane, exactly.
Doesn't work out.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
neither
'cause what
does
do you
calling the air atmosphere.
you calling it a sphere with no validation of the
Atmo.
sphere part?
Yeah.
So you're using a non sequitur. Doesn't follow.
Oh, I thought we were proving things with words. He was saying
I mean-
airplane proves a plane. I was saying atmosphere proves.
mean,
So what do you
we-
see
we-
when
we-
you go up? What do you see when you go up?
from a center
When you
point,
go
right?
up,
So I guess it's omnidirectional.
yeah, when you go up into the air, what do you see in a plane? You see a plane. You're flying above a plane.
Hey,
In a plane, in an airplane.
socialist Hex.
Yep.
You got those geometric shapes, objects in that program?
Yes.
Do you have a geometric shape called flat?
Or
Ah.
no, I have a plane, and but if I do plane,
Plane.
plane is invisible from this view, so we cannot have plane.
So
see, like-
no object. That's good.
So no geometric object for flat. Okay, cool.
Well, there's the box.
A plane,
like
plane on a globe would be a slope. It would not be horizontal. There's no horizontal on your globe. So, is that
can't do that.
a
There
hill?
you go.
It would be like the beginning of a hill, or mountain.
There you
Yeah.
go. There.
Well, that is 2D, and you have a 3D sphere over there, yeah.
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 What
Any
words
3D?
would you say, Matthew? Like prove the globe? Like what words?
You want 3D plane.
No, yeah, flat.
Horizontal
Object.
is perpendicular to vertical, and since the direction of
No.
vertical changes
No,
every
Yeah.
you have no horizontal, Matthew. You have
Vertical
no
doesn't change
horizontal.
in every location, though. That's the part you're fallacious about. The vertical is always the same everywhere. All
That's,
at the
the,
same
that's a
time.
good description of our disagreements. I say that in San Diego versus Los Angeles, the direction of vertical is different. And you say that it's
Matthew, if you don't have horizontal, right? If vertical is defined as being perpendicular to horizontal, and then you're going to say, look, I have verticals that are not perpendicular, right? Then you don't have vertical either. So you don't have either vertical or horizontal. You can't say,
vertical
look,
is
all
just
vertical. You don't have
just
either one.
hang a plumb line. You can get vertical. What do you mean? It's easy.
Yeah, why
You don't
are
have either one.
your plumb lines are supposed to be curving? Where's the curved plumb lines?
No, they're not. It's just a direction.
Oh, no,
which
they're
is
not.
straight down.
That's what it says in the WGS model.
At any one point, there is a specific direction called down, and that's easy to find using a plumb line.
A vertical is tilted. So if it's a
Yes,
vertical is tilted, then it's not vertical because it's not perpendicular to horizontal. So you don't have either one.
WGS model, the geoid model. That's what everybody's going by.
Always
The geoid model.
deflection from the vertical when measurements are bringed.
Yeah, you can't be vertical, man, because vertical is defined as perpendicular to horizontal. There's no horizontals on the surface of a globe, therefore you don't have anything vertical. So you can't use vertical. So that one's out. What else we got?
So
Do you
in other
think
words,
deflection of
None of
vertical
those
does not
sentences are
happen on the
true.
flat Earth?
in other words, you can't use the nautical almanacs then when you're navigating either, because they're using right triangles.
You know the 16 nautical miles times degrees for the celestial
Who
navigation?
cares? Who cares of the after the fact made up shit? We don't care about that. That's stuff they made up within the last 500 years.
But 60 times degrees?
No one
they
is
made that?
going. Listen, fine, Matthew. Let me see you go out and navigate the seas using your method. You go out and do that and come back and report. I'll listen to you then. Not
Yeah.
until though.
Yeah, you go do it. Come back.
Yeah,
Tell us
just
what happened.
Buy a yacht which is capable of sailing like oceans, and then just come back.
So Huey and Nathan Oakley and I all agree that you'd multiply by 60 to find the the distance to the GPS.
Amazing. Bring people who cares about here. Come on. Who cares?
What other words you got? You got any other words? What other words make make it a globe?
I do have a question for anybody who believes on the flat Earth. If we live on the flat Earth, why is it that I can't listen to American radio here in Europe?
Oh, the
Because
band.
just like sight, radio waves don't go forever.
Yeah.
What
You've
is
been,
stopping them?
you've been told a big lie about how far you see, about how radio waves work in the first place. What about a line of sight from London to Australia, which they did in early 1900s?
Good
Yeah.
line of sight. I like that one. I feel like line of sight is a flat Earth word. I feel like that's on the flat
Oh,
Earth
no,
line
it
of sight.
isn't. No, it isn't. Yeah, you
know.
think that we made up the line of sight? The line of sight is a straight line. It's used in nautical terms. When you're learning about how to use the sextant, it's called the line of sight and the line of the horizon. Those are two straight lines.
Yeah, I feel like that's you can only have that on a flat Earth. You can't have any kind of straight lines on a globe. So that's another
Exactly.
word that Matthew doesn't get.
Exactly. So we agree there. Absolutely. Can't have a straight line. So you got two of them right there. That's the first thing. The fundamentals you're learning about how to navigate are those two lines are crucial. Because you're traveling along one where your boat is headed to, looking straight in front of you. At the bow of your boat, that direction, you're traveling along that axis.
What else you got, Matthew?
Yeah, anything
He
else?
ain't got
Because you
shit.
don't have any
It's been
curved
5
charts.
fucking years. 5 years, my friends. He has nothing.
He doesn't have curved charts. He doesn't have curved chart tables or globe chart tables or curving charts or parallel rules that inch along the surface of a chart that's curving. They don't like, where's the technology if this is how we're like flat earthers invented the sextant, you guys. That's what they think. They think flat earthers invented the sextant. They are really so far out of their minds. They don't know the difference between reality and fantasy, obviously.
Clearly.
I have a response to the previous discussion about level flight of an airplane. The reason why the drop from the horizontal isn't detected is because the artificial horizon that has a gyro inside of it has to have a pendulum inside of it which corrects and
The
finds
gyro
direction of the
isn't
gravity.
in motion, bro. The gyro's purpose is doing exactly what it's doing, stationary in free space. Hello.
Hello.
You don't know. You don't have a clue about what a gyroscope does or how the artificial horizon works. It's not adjusting for any curvature. I'll tell you that much.
Definitely doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a
I
pretty
know that
useless
the
tool,
gyro
if it was,
works
if
only
as you
because it's
turn,
moving. It's
yeah, but like as
rotating
you
with very fast speed, and due to that, it conserves its momentum,
the
so it doesn't change direction.
All you're doing is telling a story about something you don't have any proof of.
Do you think I don't have any proof how a gyroscope works? There's hundreds of videos about that on YouTube.
Amazing.
You don't have any
It's
proof
designed
that
to hold its rigidity in
the Earth is
space,
a globe.
right? It's designed to hold its rigidity in space.
Yeah, it's not made to turn when you turn. Like, what kind of stupid shit would that be? Who would bring a gyroscope that turns when you turn?
Ridiculous.
Might as well just bring a stick.
Gyro
Bring a
by
stick
itself wouldn't
hold
do
it.
that.
I want you to go flying with that method in mind.
Additional
Go
pendulum that
flying,
corrects it.
and we'll be there to pick up the pieces when you run into the mountains.
Not really. But
You
yeah,
have
go
no
ahead.
horizontal plane of reference. You have no horizontal plane of reference. Choose another word.
Yeah, you can't use horizontal, so really, absolutely stop using it. Doesn't exist in your globe world, so you're gonna have to start using curvizontal or something else.
Horizon.
Why? Horizontal is simply a plane tangent to the surface of the Earth.
Horizontal is flat, plane, horizontal, level. No part higher
Yes.
or lower than the next. Not tilted.
Okay, but that doesn't
not a
contradict the
slope.
globe at all. There is a
Yes,
flat
it does.
plane
Yes,
tangent
it
to,
does.
to any surface of the sphere.
There's no flat
No,
plane
it's
on the
parallel.
surface of the sphere. There's no flat plane.
You are all wrong. Horizontal means aligned to the horizon. It means aligned to the
Alignment
horizon.
to horizon.
That is all it
Parallel
means.
with the plane of the horizon. Parallel with the plane
Yeah,
of the horizon.
and the horizon exists also on the ball. It's
It's
just
not.
like
No, it doesn't. It's
can't.
not horizontal though.
Yep. Yes, it's aligned to
No,
the
it wouldn't be.
horizon.
No, it wouldn't.
It's
Then what
aligned
about
to
the
the
next
horizon.
person 10 miles away? Do they have the same horizon and it's on a curved surface as well, and they're tilted away
Of
somehow?
course, it's only aligned to its own horizon. Otherwise, it wouldn't be horizontal. Of
So
course,
in other words,
Horizontal.
you think up and down are angularly different at different locations on the Earth. In other words, going all the way to antipodal.
Yes,
Upside down.
You don't
that's
have a
basically what's
tangent,
happening.
So you're out of your mind if you
You
think
have no
that. That's
tangent.
totally
Okay,
nonsense.
bro. If you
Nonsense.
have somebody who's on a tower on a mountain, he can see farther, so he has a different horizon. We are agreeing on this, right? If you go up, you can see
It's
farther.
not
so you have a
curving,
different
bro.
horizon.
It's not curving no matter
I
how
don't
high you
talk
go.
about
It's not
curvature.
curving down. No, it
I
should
don't
be
talk about
curving. Where's
curvature.
the slant? It's from side to
I
side
don't.
and to
I
in
don't talk
front.
about
No,
curvature.
no.
I
Sorry.
don't
I'm
talk
sorry.
about
Back
curvature.
off.
I'm just
Back off and
asking
shut
you.
up for a second. You don't have the slant required. You have to have a slant, a drop over distance. Left and right, there would be a drop over distance, and any other direction in front of you or behind you,
talking
it would be a
about-
drop over distance on your globe.
Yeah,
You don't
I'm
have
not
a
talking about
horizontal.
slope.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just asking you if
Yeah, I
people
am
have
though.
different kinds of horizons. Yeah, I'm
No,
talking about
no.
you. Do have people different kinds of horizons? Because if I go up, I can see farther. So I have a different
Okay,
horizon
so
compared to
welcome,
somebody on
welcome.
the ground.
So yeah, welcome to flat Earth. So all the horizons are level.
Yeah, but
Horizontal.
they are different. They are different horizons, right? So if I have somebody who's on the
It's
tower
the
and is
same level.
trying to aim,
All the horizons are parallel to each other. They're parallel, straight lines. Parallel.
How do you know that?
can you
You're
prove
How do
that?
you
forgetting
know
your
that?
original claim,
Can you
Socialist. The
prove that
original
though?
claim was that all horizontals are parallel to the plane of the horizon. That was your claim. So get on board.
Yeah, exactly.
Can the guy with the 3D modeling software make a plane tangent to a sphere to show them that it's possible?
All sea levels are
No,
parallel
you don't
to
have a
each other.
tangent. Have no tangent.
Yeah, you don't have the required slam required, so get off of that because curvature, it's everyone agrees you can't see it and don't experience it. So they even agree they have never measured it.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I thought Socialist was getting at that you could have a horizontal on a globe if you either built above the sphere or into it, but then you would
That's
have to know the exact radius and circumference of that sphere
That's
in
what he's
order
trying
to
to say, I
attain
guess.
horizontal. How did you attain that circumference and radius?
Yeah, exactly. I think he's trying to get to that exactly. So go ahead and tell
I'm
us.
afraid that's not a plane tangent to the sphere. A plane tangent to the sphere has to have only one point touching it.
Yeah, well, you don't have level or horizontal on a sphere.
Yeah, like I could make a line. I could make a line, right? Like and make sure it only touches a basketball at one point. Doesn't mean it's a tangent horizontal line. I could have it going way up into the air and just touching it at one point. But how would I know if it's where to measure horizontal at a second point? I'd
Not
have to
like
know
that,
the
it has to
circumference
touch it from
of
the
the
bottom,
basketball.
not from the edge. From the bottom or from the top.
Yeah, but while on it, I would need to measure down, like to the sphere, right? Like from another point, and make sure it was horizontal on both ends, like to make sure it was horizontal. And you'd have to know the sphere to get a horizontal on it.
Yeah, and you would have to reference that horizontal line to something other than the sphere. So what is that you're referencing it to? Oh, actual sea level, and you're just putting in this image of a ball on top of something, on top of the reality, and saying that now sea level is also on a curved surface by referencing it to a horizontal. That doesn't make much sense at all because you don't have a horizontal on a globe.
You can indeed have a horizontal on a globe. It's just perpendicular to vertical.
No.
Yeah,
because
and the
point
vertical is
would
based
be
on a
point.
horizontal, which is sea level. And that's what you're using for your globe is sea level, which we all know is level. And the vertical is a right triangle, is a right angle to the horizontal. Vertical is a right triangle from the horizontal.
You hang a plumb line, and that gives you a direction of down. Vertical is the
Down,
opposite of
yeah.
that, and horizontal is really perpendicular to that. That's all it is.
Yeah, but then what about when
it-
you go 10 paces to the left or right? Then your angle would be completely different,
Exactly.
wouldn't it, on a globe?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why
So
every
that's
single
what's
point of
not.
the Earth has its
That's actually
individual
is the
horizontal and vertical.
hold on. I was just making a point before you walked right over it. So that's what we notice is not happening, Matthew.
I think it's happening. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You think a lot of things, buddy.
And when did you experience that happening? When you were out navigating the ship you've never been on?
Or flying the plane he's never flown.
Or fly the plane you never been on?
Oh yeah, I've
Never
never
flown?
navigated. I've never flown a plane or navigated.
You never
the
navigated the
stars.
oceans.
You're
You
a pilot,
you
Matthew?
never held the tiller.
No.
You probably never sailed the Catalina yourself. Like I don't know where you're coming off, having all this so-called knowledge you're trying to spew out here. Like I can't tell the difference.
Dunning-Kruger master. They should
Who
call you
said-
Dunning-Kruger
Who was
master.
a pilot? Who said that?
Nobody.
I heard someone
I
ask.
thought
He's a pilot.
Matthew was. Yeah, I thought Matthew was saying he's a pilot. He just meant that he fell asleep like in coach once. That's what.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
He's acting as if he knows how to do these things. He's coming across as some sort of authority because he is appealing to mathematics for his knowledge base. So that's a logical fallacy.
But saying that horizontal is perpendicular to vertical, that's a fallacy.
Yeah, on a planar surface, yes, that's true, Matthew. Yes.
Horizontal is a line.
There is a vertical on a horizontal with a horizontal as a reference, sea level. Horizontal. Yes. There is a vertical. And if you're referencing that on the globe, you're referencing it to an actual sea level. I don't know if you realize that, but you can't have a horizontal or a vertical on your globe.
You can have both. You just hang a plumb line. How do you
Oh,
not?
so
have
does
a-
that mean? Hold on. Does that mean everybody's on top of the sagitta at all times? Then, Matthew,
Yep.
at the same
it's
time.
It's all relative, different directions and stuff.
So if I have a dip in front of me, 20 miles away, there's another aircraft, and I'm in an aircraft. So we both have a dip going in between us, a big abyss, a chasm going down with the dip there, because every aircraft would have to have its own sagitta all at the same time, and everybody in a submarine, the same thing. You would have to all be on the sagitta at the same time.
No.
Where does that leave Alice and Bob?
This is the QE fallacy. I don't got it.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Oh my
what
God, you're just like a catchphrase. Like, do you have anything else in there in that noggin, Matthew, other than just like phrases?
Okay, seriously, why can't you have a vertical on a globe? I don't get that.
Well, because the way that Matthew's describing vertical is an infinitely small line, like it has no dimension to it. So he's saying you can have a non-dimensional vertical on a globe, but as soon as you give it any type of dimension, right? So say the plumb bob was 1 inch thick, now it's 10 feet thick. Now say the plumb bob, the straight line going down is 100 feet wide. It's no longer vertical. It only at the center of that 100-foot wide plumb bob would it be vertical, and that is an infinitely small line and with no dimension. So there's no vertical on a globe.
I mean, yeah, there's no vertical according to that definition in the universe,
Yeah.
because you will never get all atoms to align in like a straight line perfectly. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
right. So right. As soon as unless you keep vertical imaginary, like an imaginary vertical line on a globe, you can't have an actual vertical on a globe. Because as soon as you give it the dimensions in 3D reality, it's no longer at every point of that string line or that 10-foot or an elevator or whatever. However,
Well,
whenever it has dimensionality to it, it's no longer vertical.
You will always have like variations. You will never have like a 100% 90-degree vertical. No matter what you do, there will always be like 0.1% divergence.
Yeah. So all you're saying is you can't have one. I hear
Look how
you. I
Alice and
agree.
Bob are at the same level and looking straight at each other. That's the only way that could happen. What if one is on the other side?
But you
Going
are
away.
on the same level, though.
You would have to always be on the top at the same time. It's exactly like I said. It's a fallacy.
But
It's a
you're all on the
paradox.
same level, though.
You cannot. He's trying to say that you could have this horizontal lines on two spheres, and he's got two spheres up there. Like every person is on their own sphere. You see what I'm saying? How ridiculous
Well,
is that?
Yeah, well, you didn't give Alice or Bob any sort of height. Yeah, okay, if we all would be 0 millimeters tall, then you would have a point.
But that's not the point. Look at how they're on
Yes,
two different
okay,
spheres.
give them
So
some
put
sort of
20
height, and then
different.
you will see
Hold
that this
on. So
works
put
out.
20.
No,
No,
no, no, no,
no,
no, no, no,
no.
no, 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 no.
Stop. So put 20 aircraft in the air, and they all have their own sphere that they're on top of, all at the same time.
Okay, you see my 3D program here, right? You see how this red line goes from blue to red? Like, I don't see what the issue is here right now.
You have two balls. That's the issue. Two
No,
spheres that
it's
each
one
person is
globe.
on their own sphere.
It's one globe. It's one globe.
No,
Look
man.
at
If
the
you are you
globe.
saying that if one
That's not what Matthew's saying. Matthew's saying they're all on their own sphere at the same time. So 20 aircraft 50 miles away from each other would all be on their own sphere at the same time also. Would have to
I
be.
don't think that's what he said. I don't think
Yeah,
so.
wouldn't
he
eventually
fell asleep
the
and
ball,
one
like if
time.
an
That's what
airplane
he's
goes
showing
away from
because
you,
that's what they
the
have to show.
nose would align with the bottom of the aircraft, like the belly on a ball.
They have to show two spheres. They have to show infinite number of spheres. Each person would have to be on top of the Sagitta at the same time.
It's the
I
same
just
sphere, they're
shared
just
a
different
screen
points on the
and
same sphere.
I just drawn only one sphere or a circle to be more precise, and I've shown that two verticals at different directions are able to exist on one sphere.
Well, that's
I
too bad. You're not. It's too bad because you don't have a choice. Because every aircraft and every ship would have to be on top of the Sagitta all at the same time. Every
Oh,
observer
so
would have to be
boys.
on
on
top of their
a
own.
ball.
PvG is back, guys.
If I'm in a
What did
plane
they,
and
what
I'm a
did I...
pilot, and I'm in a plane and there's a plane flying away from me, wouldn't eventually that plane nose curve downward? And like if I had an instrument to measure line of sight, I'd be measuring almost the back of the plane tipping upward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You don't ever see that. No one's ever measured that.
No one ever
It can't
the
be
plane
shown.
goes
Be true.
Because
off
the
the
plane
distance.
is not because the
What
plane is only
instrument would
flying
you use to measure
horizontally
that?
according to its own horizon, and the horizon only extends 20 kilometers or 100 kilometers depending on what height you are.
Yeah,
like-
Yeah,
if
and
you're
things
if you're
above you that go
presupposing-
farther away in the distance appear to move downward in the horizon, but they're just
Look,
going
look,
off.
mate, look, mate. If the
If you're
plane would fly
presupposing the globe,
if the plane would fly horizontal to the moon,
Horizontal.
then you eventually would
now
get to
you have to go to these fantasy worlds. Like, no, stop
do you
right there.
mean?
We're not flying to
But
the
I-
moon.
But I
We're
can
not
apply
flying
that
to
with
the
the
moon.
sun. I can apply
We're
that
not
with the
flying
sun.
to
If I
the
know a
Yeah.
plane and if I know a cloud is appearing to move downward because it's going away from me, above me, then the sun's doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Also,
like
I
a
mean,
tree.
Sun is not getting smaller.
What device
a
would
light
you
cone.
use? to
Guys,
measure
the
that
earth is round, you guys. Calm down.
Calm down.
Why is everybody talking at the same
Well,
time?
it's like the sun is moving away. Maybe it's not enough to cause. I don't know. There's got to be something with the atmosphere layers. You know, I know someone's saying the angular diameter doesn't move, but with these instruments that we see or that we have, it's just amazing that we can capture that movement. It's like, are you capturing Earth turn, or are you like right at the horizon? Are you capturing Earth turn, or are you capturing sun movement? You know what I mean?
also, I just want to add in real quick, like horizontal is like for the third time. It's not a word.
Horizontal. It sounds like a great word to start using.
I'm not saying I don't like it, but it's not the word you were searching.
That is not a word. Horizontal is a word.
I've never heard. I never said horizontal.
I did ask him to start using a different word.
Horizontal.
You got vertical. Why can't it be horizontal?
They need to be curvizontal. They need to show us curvizontal. I want to
It's
see
slope-
the curvizontal measurement in nature.
Oh, this mountain is slopical.
Horizontal.
Well, the slope has a curved plumb line, so it's got to be curvizontal.
Yeah, I can't imagine a curved slope. I tell people draw a slope, but it's curving at the same time, and people's aren't like they just end up drawing off the paper. They're like, I don't know, I can't do it.
Well, that's the way to do it. Right off.
I can't draw a slope off of a curve.
It's too steep of an angle. Yeah.
It's like, wait, the base of the mountain is curved.
Listen, slope can be considered slant.
slant, but curve is completely different. You got the contours of Earth, so they're saying a ball is curving as a whole.
Underneath everything, yeah, which is really
But,
bizarre.
yeah, how do you draw the base of a mountain that's curving, but the top of it has slope?
What? Like what? Exactly. And then what happens to valleys? What if they're on freaking part of the slope part?
Man, that's why flying and sticking my face to the window, seeing the topography of the land, and it is incredible how many bowls and valleys and inclines, declines, plateaus, giant flat plates of land.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
Yeah, that was a good point. Like, so, like, if a valley is also has convexity to it, right? Like, so an indentation has convexity to it. I wonder, like, what Matthew would do. Like, so when you're past the equator, right, and you're still correcting, like, if you're going east, you're still correcting with the north, to the north to remain east. How are you turning the other way at the same exact time? Like, how are you going, to make smaller circles towards the pole at the same time as you're correcting to the left, going east? What's the math for that? Split the difference, like.
Yeah, it makes more sense if your ground is stationary and the wind patterns are moving. I mean,
if you live on that, if he lives on that sphere, he's really good at sleeping on airplanes, so he knows this stuff, right? So, so if we're going like past the equator, right, we still got the compass that points north and east, southwest, right, and we're gonna make that concentric circle, and correct according to the north, but the ball is of the equator, the lines are converging, the longitudes are converging, so like you have to be also turning the other way. So, I mean, how does that work? I just don't know. I never fell asleep into it.
I have a question
My
though.
question would be, how do pilots correct to not fall to the ice wall or something when they are circumnavigated from?
I wonder if they were ready to tell people back then, because they were flying the Concorde, showing people Antarctica ice walls, doing the Zeppelins, showing how easy it is to travel in the air. Maybe that kind of stuff got people thinking about where we live. And they're like, look, this is too much for our population. They're going to figure it out. They stop all that kind of stuff. They don't want people.
Like the guy who was making a point, like doesn't it feel weird to make that point? They're like, look, they show me an ice wall in a picture in reality, and now I'm going to make fun of it, like my eyes are lying to me. There's not an ice wall there. Like, is that his point? To like, look, it's not real.
And there definitely is ice shelves or walls that we see. I mean, they do have pictures of it, and it's interesting how much of ice wall they do have.
Not in Alaska.
Yeah, I just wonder what his point is then. Is he like just denying like all like photographers and pilots? Is he just? I wonder what his point was.
Yeah, because they do see a lot of ice, a lot of wallish kind of features.
My point wasn't about the ice wall itself, it was about the fact that when you're circumnavigated from east to west on that axis, on flat Earth, that would be a circle concentric around the North Pole. So the pilots who circumnavigate that, they would have to be constantly turning to not get off the course towards the south, but they never realize that they even have to do that. How do people never realize they have to do that since centuries?
Do what? I don't know what you're saying. Like just because you found out,
I got a question. How do they never realize that they're constantly having to dip their nose down about a mile every, or like, how much is it per mile or whatever? How come they're not noticing this?
Logically, how have to explain this? Our horizon is different depending on the height.
Our horizon is different? What the fuck are you saying, man? What are you talking about?
If you're on a higher position, your horizon is different because you can see a lot farther.
Planes have to dip their nose 0.02 inches down in order to correct for the curve, which is 46 feet per minute.
Wow.
I guess I have to repost my thing there.
Yeah, what about those guys like who down at the beach they do those shows, right? They get those fighter jets and they go like Mach 2, right? It's like they're like the plane goes like Mach 3, right? So that's like 2,800 miles an hour, and they're 50 feet off the ground, going like Mach 3, or Mach 1 or 2, right? Like 700 miles an hour. How are they not crashing into a big bulge of water?
Yeah, they're never doing that though. 1,000
They're never
miles
doing
an
it.
hour. 10 feet off the deck, 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, how are they not crashing every time?
Because they're staying at the same altitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are, because their
gravity.
plane is level. Their plane is flying level flight. That's why.
Yep.
Especially at those speeds.
Yeah, they got it, and even the jet stream is, that's on a specific area of layers. There's layers to this thing, and it's always going to be there. And you're saying gravity just holds these layers of streaming air at this specific height. It's just a clump of gravitational pull that holds moving air, and it matches the currents of the water.
Yeah, so like if they're Matthew,
but
I need you to get the math for me. Like get the math for it. So if they're south of the equator, right? These jets, and they're 50 feet off the water, right? They're flying Mach 2, so they're flying like 1,500 miles an hour. So they have to adjust to the north while the Earth is curving the other way, while the Earth is curving down. How do they do it? Or is it just
They just say gravity pulls it with the current.
It's just a flat Earth. It's just a flat Earth.
I mean, gravity.
That's all they.
It's just a flat Earth.
Well, it's the idea that we know it's not just flat. There's salt flats, yes, tons of salt flats. Of water. The ocean is a big bowl.
Did you have proof for like a plane that the Earth is a
Topographical plane, exactly. Topographical plane. Sorry to cut you off there.
If he had the impression that the Earth was a globe, and if he knew why he thought it was.
Heliocentrist.
I'll Google it. I'll be bad.
Why aren't we just
Because you've been lied to about how far you can see.
No, but
You
like
can't
I mean,
see
like
the car.
but I mean, like if you add all the air together from like 100 kilometers, shouldn't that just be like if you see in the distance, you just see like gray? Shouldn't it always just be gray then?
Well, because it's not actually flat, like horizontal. Like I said earlier, horizontal is like an imaginary line. It has no depth to it, but we do have depth in reality. We measure it from the vertical change. So if you're wondering like why does the horizon not just like kind of go on forever and ever and ever, right? There's different reasons, but yeah, we have waves on the water, trees,
No, I'm
things
not
in the
asking
distance.
why you can't see forever. I'm just asking why do I see a blue sky in the distance and not like gray
into
Well,
outer
I'm saying-
space, you mean? You're saying
No,
why
no,
don't we see in outer
no.
space?
It's like okay, imagine you could see from London to New York. Then you would have all that air, all that clouds between that distance. You would see all of that, and that would just add to just a gray mist you see in the distance because of all those gases in the atmosphere, all that nitrogen, all that oxygen, all that stuff would just you couldn't see it pass through all that air. Air is not entirely transparent. If you have enough air between the distance, then it starts to blocking the light. So if we are living on the flat Earth, then the distance and the horizon should be like gray. It shouldn't be a blue sky.
Well, you said it right. So the over distance, the atmosphere becomes opaque, meaning you can't see through it and it blocks the light. I mean, that's the answer.
Yeah, but it's blue. It shouldn't be blue. Makes
You're looking up at the sky. It's blue up at the sky, but if you're looking mostly to the horizontal, everything does fade out to blue and gray, and it does just gray out after a while.
Yeah, you talking about sunset and like evening and dusk? I don't know. I don't know about gray.
Yeah, it should be just like in the game here, Silent Hill. It should be just like that. If you look far enough into the distance, it should be just white wall.
But
Just
wait a second.
white or
No,
gray.
no, because you're just assuming things based on something you don't know about, and that is what the sky actually is.
No, I mean
no
like
one
all the
knows
air
that.
density.
What is
no,
the
I mean like
sky?
all the air density would just add together. So like if you have enough air between you and some other point, you couldn't see it. It would
How do
be
you
hidden
know you
behind.
wouldn't? How do you know you wouldn't be able to see it?
Because
you're
if
making
you
stuff
compress
up.
air, if you compress air on glass, so you have like the exact density stuff, it's not see-through because air is not traveling from there.
What about if when you look up, you're able to see incrementally much further? When you look down to the side, closer to the horizon, you get the more cloudy the image is. Because of the surface conditions. So you're looking up.
Whole question.
Where are you seeing crisp blue in the horizon? Like
I
on
don't
the
know.
ocean, or do you have
Ask
a
your
tree
mom.
line?
Enemies dropping into the AO.
Where are you seeing crisp blue sky connected to the ground?
Prep time's
Or
over.
the
Now
water.
you deploy to the
When we
war
have
zone.
like a summer day here in my country, and I look out of my window of my
Over the
house, I see
ocean.
my tree line, and then I see blue sky.
Oh yeah, the tree line. That's not. I mean, that's your horizon. It's like it's not the true horizon. I mean, that's just a
Higher up.
Yeah,
Wow. When you're looking up over trees, you're looking up at an angle higher up than near the horizon is.
It's an obstruction to your horizon.
See, but it doesn't matter. It should be gray.
No, it shouldn't be.
Not above the tree line.
We just explained why. The reason why is this. Like I said, there's dust, there's all kinds of stuff going on at the surface, swirling around at the surface, causing it's filled with mist, dust, and then further you go down to the storm, clouds, fog, haze, like all of those things.
You're still seeing blue because you got a lot of sky to look at. You're still seeing.
But it's true though. Like I was on a cruise on the Atlantic Ocean. And it was blue. It was
It's a lot of rainbows.
You don't have all the pollution. You don't have all the pollution.
Is it color now important for geometry?
Yes, because if
Oh
it
yes.
if we
Okay,
live
can I
on
ask a
flat
question?
Earth-
If you have a if you have a 10 miles of flat surface and 10 miles of curved surface, what would be different?
on the flat Earth surface, air density would go up the further you go
Asking
away.
you, how would it look like 10 miles of flat surface if it's flat?
Yeah, the air density would increase the longer you go
What would,
away.
if you have an object on 10 miles and you see that object, does that mean that surface
I'm again telling you, like if you see the object and it's like a little bit foggy.
Okay,
then
can you
the
explain me how it's working with the curved surface?
Well, on the curved surface, the air density wouldn't go up after some point. It would actually.
I'm asking you not about colors, about the objects in the distance. For example,
I
I
see
don't
an
know.
object in the distance 10 miles away if I was horizontal to the floor.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch
There
the
you go.
skies.
Question
Can you see
answered.
can you see the object in the distance if the surface curves?
No.
At some point, no.
Okay, but we see the object in the distance.
Yes.
So that means that observation height is higher than at ground level.
Observation height is 30 centimeters or 1 foot.
Yeah. Not ground level.
It's 1 foot. It's not 1,000 meters. It's 1
Okay, so let's see an image of this then.
Contract complete.
Okay. Somebody post the black screen image.
Oh, you gotta post it. I'll post it.
Oh, me? Okay, I don't worry.
You're the man with the picture. Yeah, socialist. I think like what you're saying, I would expect on a flat Earth to have it always be more blue higher up and then like kind of gray or white lower down. I think that's what we experience.
Topography is so unpredictable.
The layer, it's the layer that's near the surface. Because if you have hills, buildings, valleys, mountainous areas.
Well, think about it think about it like this, dude. You're looking at the ocean, and if that boat disappears, right, you can't see it. Well, if that water would disappear, you'd be seeing down into a huge crater. You'd see the top of that boat, and then yes, you would.
The Earth is massive, bro. You would not.
I know, but what I'm yes, you because you're at it. Listen. Hold on.
He said that it's massive.
I know, but you're at a higher elevation. It disappeared. You can see farther the higher you are above the elevation in front of you. So if the elevation in front of you is now lower, which it would be, the boat would be now on the ground of the ocean. You'd be seeing of that ocean floor because you're higher than that elevation. Does that make sense? Yeah, think about it. You're on the beach, okay? Listen to me. You're on the beach. You're on the beach. You see a boat go across the horizon. You go across the horizon. And you see it disappear. That water would disappear. And you'd be seen down into a valley. And that's just the law of perspective. The higher you are, the farther you see.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
I
now
would be seeing.
Now you're higher.
No, wait. I want to. I would be seeing the valley from my perspective.
Yes, because you'd be on a higher elevation.
I moved to where the valley starts. The valley doesn't stay there. It's not it moves.
No, the valley. No. Say a big lake that's contained. Sure. You see a boat go across that horizon, disappear. Say Lake Michigan. Sure. You know, you drain that lake. You know, if you hypothetically drain it right there, you'd see over the boat. Now, where the boat disappeared, because your perspective has changed now as well. You're looking over these trails and that changes your perspective. So if that's disappeared, you're now on a higher elevation than where the boat is now resting on the bottom of that cooler.
Elevation is
elevation is based off of the terrain. Well, it does.
What a bullshit.
It's a bullshit thing. So why is it that they use atmospheric pressure in cabin cockpits without plane cockpits?
It's really hard to grasp perspective. Is what it is. It's very difficult.
No,
plus the medium network. The medium network. It's like like when just the heliocentrics, they don't understand gravity. It's like you don't understand perspective.
Right.
Doesn't mean real. Those tell me to fuck off. That's stupid.
I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't mean to be harsh like that. I wasn't meaning to.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know,
don't say shit like that. That's
elevations
ridiculous.
based. People who need to understand their elevation the most are pilots. What technology the pilots use.
Red herrings that weren't part of the discussion saying that atmospheric pressure is
Yeah, you were saying
reality is linked.
Where atmosphere is ridiculous.
Well, you did agree.
No.
At first, you didn't agree, and you did say that you couldn't see the boat. And you said you still wouldn't be able to see it. But then I think it clicked, and you realized, yeah, you actually could see the boat with that water.
If the only thing that is between your direct line of sight water to the boat, then you would see it if you could. Yeah, but not like you could zoom in, right? Maybe you possibly be able to see with your eyes. That's where the comes into being negative.
Well, it has to do with elevation too that you're on. So that if the water's gone, the elevation's changed because of the land. Because you're looking into a huge bowl. It's a huge bowl of water, terrain, a bowl that has to be contained. It's not a
Gruber, he just said that binoculars and telescopes have biology. Like this dude's not.
No, I said our eyes, which is why telescopes and binoculars are so to look further away. No thanks. If you're just gonna chat shit, right? I don't want to.
Sometimes those have limits too.
The binoculars have biology, and that elevation is measured in atmospheric pressure. I mean,
so he gets the troll, he doesn't get muted.
But those have limits too. The binoculars have limits.
Yeah, I know, but those limits are far greater than the eyes, which is why. Why am I even explaining this to you?
You're
surely
not saying
you
that.
Understand that you use a tool to do something better than your hands or your eyes or your ears. That is a.
Because you're not speaking about distance, you know, or the heliocentric model. You don't know about that. You said it's massive and nothing else. What massive means?
Okay, right. So you want to ask me what massive means, right?
Yeah.
Use
How
numbers.
massive?
Is massive in a numeric scale? Is
Okay,
the number
and
massive a
what-
real thing?
okay,
So
and
how am I
what-
supposed to? No. I need you to understand. How am I supposed to convey how massive, what massive means to you?
How
I don't
about
know
you look into on internet how big Earth it is?
because that doesn't necessarily mean anything to you.
Why?
You don't understand how big that actually is.
Why every educational system is written that rate and that math? In every educational system, why?
That rate and math. What? Sorry, what do you mean?
Math about radius. Why it's written in every educational system in every country?
Because it's what we believe to be true.
Okay, can we use that math and match with the reality?
If you like, you can try.
We did that, and
Right.
it's off. It's off not for 1% or 2%. Do you know how much is off? From 1,000 to 2,000%. That means
Whose numbers are off? Tell me who.
whose
Everyone.
numbers, educational numbers are off.
Educational numbers.
Math prediction.
This is very
of
vague. I'm sorry,
That's
this
what
is really vague.
Math prediction.
That's
Math
what
prediction
you
from
believe.
who?
Globe of the globe. Relax.
Some heliocentric. That's what you said, massive. That's massive what you said. Has the size.
No. I'm not even trying to use. I'm saying numbers are useless because
The numbers. That's the numbers that I believe.
How are they to see if they match up in reality? What do you mean? They are useful.
understanding of the concept. I'm talking to him on an individual level. I'm talking to him.
Okay.
So he needs to understand that when I say these numbers, the numbers that are taught around the world in radius and in miles or kilometers, these things you need to know. You need to. I'm sure everyone has walked a distance in their lives, right? To the point of exertion, that may be 15 miles, or maybe 30 miles, and you know how long it takes. That's like a region of your state or your country. You can plot the distance of where you walked, and you can see, damn, that's actually quite a small distance if you were to zoom out and see all the other countries, right? It's very small. It's a very small distance.
So
you have the entire population of humanity, every single country, every single place on the fucking world, right? And it's huge. Bro, how much is huge?
It's so huge. It's so huge that it appears flat, measures flat.
Who grabbed the most one?
But you're saying it's curved?
Where you at?
Yes, this is the thing.
Oh.
As humans,
You way over there, bud.
this is interesting. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. As humans,
It's so big and so
we are
flat,
very
but
small.
both disappear.
Try to Yes. So, as humans, we are very small. Our perception is very small, and the things we make in comparison, or the size of the Empire State Building, right? Let's just think about our wallets, our phones,
Alright, yeah.
things we hold in our hands, the
We know
cars
how
we
to
drive.
measure. Man, we know
Yeah,
how
you
to
know
measure.
how. All right. Can you shut the fuck up, please, without interrupting me? Once again. Once again. Holy fuck. If you want to talk to me, just.
We know how to measure. We know how to measure 10 miles.
We get scale.
It's a predictable excuse on the ball. It's really poor excuse. Like I said, we have a master use that in reality and test it. It's still so too small to see anything.
How do you know it's small?
Have you seen observations going 100 miles, 200 miles, 300 fucking miles? Are you still gonna see really fucking small to see the curve or the drop of the distance at least? What we are looking for that doesn't exist. Are you still gonna say it's too small?
No, I'm not going to say something like that.
Not
What I'm going to say is,
if it's
even
that
just
big
a
and it's
boat.
appeared to be, if it's that big and it's appeared to be flat, how come it can't be that disappearing as a perspective phenomena? You're saying it's so big that it's flat because we're ants. So why wouldn't it be something perspective-wise, not curvy? Does that make sense?
If it's so big, that we're
So
fine.
the perspective. So I'm getting 3 questions at once, right? One at a fucking time.
Going too quickly for you, I guess.
I'll clarify, but it's not really a question. It's a
He's
claim
broke.
on the table made by the globe.
He just ran
that
outside.
has a rating that all objects sea level should disappear 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, and it's been debunked.
Got a guy in the
It's
water?
observable
Yeah.
with use like microbiology of telescopes and binoculars and stuff.
I mean, they say boats go over horizon. Is that not enough?
They go beyond your limited horizon. They don't go over it. They go beyond your limited horizon.
Isn't that enough to check if it?
Got one in the house.
That
You
way?
just keep raising up and you see the boat. Though.
It's
you
not
just
a.
keep going
I
higher
don't
in
think
the
it's.
air.
I
and you see
think
the
a
boat.
contention. I think a contention to one of the arguments to point that the Earth is round. A contention to that, and just one, isn't solid enough evidence to believe that the Earth would be flat. No.
I guarantee
Yo,
if
bro.
you kept rising, you'd see the
You
boat
couldn't pick
go
me up
from,
or what?
New York to London. You would never see it go. You'd rise up so high that you'd see it.
I
think
agree,
you'd see-
but you would
I think
not
you'd just see
the
more
boat.
Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, you would.
Bro.
If
I
the
listen-
boat listen, just real quick. If you're on the ground and there's a plane above you, you see the boat disappear. Right? To you, it's gone. But the people above you in the plane can see probably 50, 60 more miles. They see the boat.
But that coincides with what the relation is.
No, you're just showing that perspective.
No.
An elevation.
No.
Yes,
I'm
because
saying
the people
our
on the plane
limited
are who's seeing the real curve?
Exactly. I'm saying our perspective limits the information that we can deduce from, like to get an answer to. So we use instruments to do it better. Allows us to increase our elevation height by thousands and thousands of feet. What's the highest point on the Earth, right? It's like 8,000 feet.
Wow.
That's a huge wall. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, right. It's not that high compared to. So I understand that the higher you go, the more you're able to see, because it coincides with what I believe, right? Also,
you understand on a ball that if you rise high enough, that your line of sight, eventually the ball will disappear out of sight. You will not see it because it'll be below you. But on a
Did
plane,
you say you understand? Did you say you understand something because it coincides with the belief you have?
what how you think will tend to be.
No. On a ball, try to use their brain.
On a ball, if you raise high enough, the ball will disappear from your field of view.
Yeah.
That's happening, that's clicked. And then if we live on a plane, which is what it's looking like, the higher we rise, you just keep seeing more and more Earth. Every amateur that goes up, you just see more and more and more Earth.
But then, if you keep going higher, eventually you will not see the Earth anymore.
Well, amateurs can't do that. You get to a cap. There's a cap for amateurs. The only ones that can do that are these professional government agencies. They're the only ones that know how to get beyond the field of view of where the Earth disappears.
So the reason why you believe the Earth is flat is because it's a government conspiracy.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said like the government space agency. They're the only ones that.
Because it's measured flat. Your question is why.
What it means is you can't verify that altitude you're talking about. So how about the surface instead, where anyone can fucking do it?
A lot of
this is exactly my point. I'm saying,
yeah.
Our perception alone is so limited that we would not be able to deduct a truth about the curvature of the Earth.
Yes, another
Another excuse, nice one.
Measure their curvature. Do you have any measure of
Bro,
curvature?
shut the fuck up.
Oh, you shut the fuck up.
Not
How do
you, this
dumb
fucking
piece of-
Quetz who thinks he's so fucking smart.
How do you think rivers run? How do you think rivers?
How do I think rivers run?
Yeah, how do you think they move on the contours?
Don't even ask him. He's going to red herring you. Just tell him how rivers run. Tell him.
I'm
listen,
just
I need
No,
to see
it's,
slope
you
will
know,
cause water
actually,
to flow. That's all.
yeah, listen to that.
How would you think a contour of the river would work on a ball as opposed to any plane
Eyes
with,
on this area. Marked our
valleys and
extraction
slopes?
point.
So,
Charlie copy. Bird is inbound for cash extraction.
on the scale of a planet, which one?
Yeah, I'm just curious how you would think a river would run down.
What size ball?
Well, I don't think it would matter.
Can I ask a personal question? Do you think that my knowledge about geometry is stupid?
Bounty targets are up.
No.
Get after them.
It's not.
Okay. Okay.
When you do geometry, the base of a triangle is not.
Watch for enemies here.
I don't know. Doesn't matter that in this moment triangles. In this moment it's important the drop over distance on the sphere, because every sphere, like a ping pong ball, you know, you have the basketball, you can make a bouncy ball. Every of these ball, when you make a 2 points on that ball, they have a drop over distance. The problem is when we make that with this big sphere, what you're saying about perspective, you need to have the perspective on the side of this air, and the perspective is this on 10 miles should be 66 foot of drop, and there is no such a thing in any location on the world.
Okay, so Sasha.
Yeah.
I appreciate you mentioning the word perspective because it's important. And you said that both points perceive a drop.
Yep.
Not one is a drop and one goes up.
What?
So like
Yeah, this is going to
if you was to be at one
We're
of
gonna
the
need to
points,
dumb
right?
down. We're gonna need to dumb down the discussion. This guy.
You stand
Yeah.
on one of the spots and you're down. You're stood on the spot.
Bounty targets identified.
The other
Weapons
spot
free.
goes down.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you was to keep the same reference frame and your feet on the spot didn't move, and you went over to the other spot, and again, the plane that your feet are standing on doesn't change, the drop goes up. Right? Because your perspective of you always being at the side,
Multiple enemies here.
that doesn't change.
Positive ID on the bounty
But you
targets. Hunt 'em down.
get that it doesn't do that, right? Because your relative position. The reason why your perspective changes
And
as well,
why my relative position change?
because there's 2 points. If you go from one point to the other,
Yeah,
that is your
points on
relative
sphere.
position changing. Pardon?
Points on the sphere.
bounty
They
targets
have.
are KIA. Well
Let's
done.
put them. I don't want to put them on the half of the sphere because you will not see anything.
Roger. Extract bird is inbound for cash
Don't think that's
deposit.
fine.
I don't want to put the point A, point B on the half of the sphere because you will not see anything. I want
Yeah,
to
no,
give you
it can be
less
closer.
distance.
Yeah.
I want to give you less distance, and that
Yeah, that's
less
fine.
distance, on heliocentric model, what you believe, it's with your height 3.5 miles.
Set for deposit.
If your height is like 6 foot, that is like 3.5 miles. That's it. Whatever you see in your reality, for example, and if you know England or you know where country where you live, for example, and then you know, oh, okay, I know this island, it's 5 miles, or this bridge is there, or this town is there, you know, because it's shown on Google. Not because only that it's shown on Google. People know that for years that town is 5 miles there, and you can even measure it with some car or I don't know, but
Where we shoot?
you know that information is for sure truth, you know. That means that town is that 5 miles.
Heads on a
That
swivel
the
here.
problem is you cannot see that town, the shore of that town.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I can't see the shore
on
that's
this-
5 miles away.
Yeah. You cannot see that, you know.
Yeah, you
With this-
understand that if a plane's above you and it travels away from you, it's appearing to go down. It's not really going down. It's staying on the same level. It's flying, but to you, it looks like it's going down.
Yeah, I
crossing the horizon. You get that right. So in mountains, it does the same thing. Things appear to be down, but they're not. It's perspective. You're saying the Earth is so big and so flat. It's so big that it appears flat. Well, then what we're seeing is a cosmic perspective, not a curve. Because it's still so big to see, you wouldn't see curve at that.
Taking fire!
At these
Extract bird is
distances.
standing by.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've got pictures. Like the Black Swan image, right? Is the outlier. It's the one that disproves all the other images of Earth curvature.
No one's seen Earth curvature.
Only one example.
You can't because it's so big. And those altitudes, you're not going to see it.
That's one example of 1,000. That image.
But there's examples of thousands of images.
No,
most
there
of
is
them are
no
government
one
agencies.
example. There is no one example, and I'm telling you this honestly. If it's there, I will speak about that with you. There is no one example.
Most of it's government agencies. All of it, like the concrete ones, where they're like, no, this is the ball. This is the most clear you've ever seen. They must come from government agency.
I will give you two what I know, I think, and there is not even there is nothing. That means there is a bridge, photo of the bridge, with no data, nothing. And if it's that curvature, that the earth will be very, very small. And
discount weather balloons. That's all concave, convex.
Right.
Blue,
So I'm
Blue
looking.
Origin, the other rocket ones, they all have GoPros.
So if I was able to find an image that was had its beliefs that the Earth was round and trying to prove that, right? Just like how in the Black Swan it tries to disprove that. That's the whole point of the photo, right? If I was to find an image like that, would you say it's fake?
No.
This is hot.
I will tell you honest now.
It
You
was.
find videos and pictures showing, for example, UK location, US, whatever. And then you show it 10 miles, and every time when you show that it's almost there, it's like 6-meter drop, or whatever, it's always there, that drop. I will tell you this, man, this is true. There is a drop.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't get a lot of X-axis.
Fine. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like, I know it's definitely important to be able to see it with your own eyes, and I 100% agree with that. Like, in chemistry, I wouldn't say a reaction would produce this product without being able to see it, without someone having seen it in the past, without someone doing the reaction. So I completely understand what you're saying, but there are factors.
What curve are you talking about? The one across from you, or the one from side to side where it bends from left to right, where you see more black space? What are you talking? Because I'm talking about that
proposition of curve.
I'm talking about that X-axis curve where it bends outward. Like, no amateurs are seeing this. We're not seeing this with the space program unless you got a GoPro or it's from a government agency. What curve are you talking about? The same one? You know that bend from left to right where the horizon goes down?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about.
Because I want to see that. I don't know when we see that.
But you get a good point. Find that video, showing, but more of them because it's. But you can look
I'd
also
like to,
these videos.
Moving here.
You can look
enemy.
also. People have their server. They have a bunch of observations. You can look into that. Is this way? Is these people want to, I don't know, trick you because of flat earth or something? Or this is really some real observation made by people, random people in the world, and they're showing, all that is no curvature there. And you can, and nobody's saying, you need to be flat earther because it's earth is flat. No, man, go there and check for research and think with your head. That's it. But that thinking about perspective, curvature is there without knowing the size and everything. That's believing, man.
Yeah, it feels like they're more restrictive and cartoonish when it comes to space than like the ocean. You know, when it comes to documentation about space and the ocean, it's like they're so secretive, more secretive with space than it is the ocean. You know, it's like, why do you guys not let people have their iPhones when they go onto the rockets and the iPhones? Why don't you have more body cams on launches and re-entries? Like, why is it so production? You know, why isn't it more raw? You know,
There are there's a lot of cameras that they stick to rockets that they send in space.
Yeah, but it's the same stock footage every single time. I mean, you know, you could put it is a lot of it is. It's the same. We see the same angles. the same
I got a question.
lenses.
During the ISS, videos and stuff.
Oh, they've got trippy stuff going on there too.
I know. That's my point.
Could you
I'm
show
just
me these
why
wires?
are they grabbing things that aren't actually there? Why is the coffee right next to the package he's drinking? That guy's drinking out of instead of in
and
the
why don't
package?
they do live streams in the cupola and like show more? Hey, look, here's the Earth. It's set up like an SNL skit. It's almost like it looks like there's green screen technology on a lot of it. It doesn't look like they're having an organic moment in the ISS in their home, which is their home for temporary time.
All right, so
But
if we're going
Go
to
ahead.
skip the gas pressure without a container argument.
Oh yeah, all that too, exactly. They just have so
Yeah,
much
if
option,
we're
so
going to do
much
that though,
potential to
if we're
show
going to do that
space.
though, right? I'll ask you a question. Why
Not to turn your
does the alleged live feed of the ISS, right, show the Earth seemingly moving past very fast
to turn
underneath,
your laser
but when they
sight
do a
on.
spacewalk with
Might
the
not
camera, it looks like Earth is just still. And
Sometimes they
it looks
speed
like
those
it's not
up though
moving.
too, right?
The live feed, you can clearly see that they're moving along. The Earth's passing by underneath as they, and they claim that they're doing 17,500 miles per hour. And the spacewalk, and they have a camera, and it's facing down towards the Earth.
Okay, T-Dub, I've not seen much footage, but I could give you just one possible explanation. Is that on the live could be zoomed in, and the one that it's not zoomed in. There's no zoom at all, and so that change isn't.
But the speed of ISS is something like 70,000 miles per hour, and the orbital speed of the Earth is 66,000 miles per hour.
Speed of the Earth, what, orbiting the sun or rotating?
Yeah, orbiting the sun.
Yeah, right. Okay.
In 1 hour, ISS it's like something like 40,000 miles away from Earth.
No, it's not that far. It's like 72 kilometers above 72 kilometers above the Earth's surface.
I'm telling you the speed.
Oh yeah, the speed.
of
Yeah,
ISS
sorry.
it's 17,000. The orbital speed of Earth is 66,000 miles per hour. It's 3 times more.
Yeah, submarine.
Yeah,
the size of size of a Zeppelin doing that. That's pretty amazing.
Do you understand that logic?
I do understand the logic, but
That
what I'm
means
going
in
to say
1
to that
hour,
is
3 times distances. It's far away. The ISS in 1 hour. 20.
Sorry,
plus
I don't mean
you,
to interrupt.
Plus
Yeah,
you
I think what happened was.
atmosphere going with that speed together with the Earth in the vacuum of the space.
Sasha, yeah.
I think
I'm
they
gonna say
realized the
this, right?
maths. The maths. They said, okay, if the ball is this big, you guys realize that in order to orbit a human, they have to go this fast, and they're like, holy shit, we're gonna have to fake this. We're gonna have to really dumb these people down to make this believable, because they can't escape that math. You have to, in order to orbit that 17,000, it'll only fit to this model. Because you can, if you change the mass, like you change the size of the sun, make it closer, smaller, you can fit the mass.
I genuinely have no clue what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
I'm saying
I'm just
I think
gonna
I'm just gonna answer
Sasha because
when the
he was trying to.
heliocentric model, when the heliocentric model figured out their maths, they realized after, okay, wait a minute, if we're gonna have people orbit this thing, they're gonna have to move at 17,000 miles an hour, because they realized
they are doing
we
that.
made the Earth this big, we made the Earth this big, we made the sun and the moon that far away, so now you have to.
No human being can. There is no human being can be in that box with that speed. Do you understand?
They are at that speed.
There is no human being can be on 3 Mach.
Bro,
not
they are at the
17
speed.
They are not human being can be on 3 Mach.
They can.
I'd be very surprised if there was people on that, and they don't live stream inside, which is interesting. It's like you have the greatest technology to live stream outside. You don't show a live stream work process.
There are videos from within the
No, it's not
ISS.
live stream. It's not like the outside one. The outside
There's
work
been
is
there's
okay.
been live calls.
That's different.
From
I don't care about live calls. You can do live stream from the inside, working like you do on the outside. No, the calls they could do in front of the cupola, which they never do with the Earth in the background. It's the greatest battle of all time, and we don't ever get to see it in a live stream in the inside.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame.
They're
And also,
marketing.
people live there. I'm sorry.
We
Can
don't
you please referring to this conspiracy? I don't believe
We're
it.
not talking. We're not talking about
Yes,
them.
you
We're talking
are.
about
You're
us.
talking about a conspiracy, bro. And I'm just
We're
not
the
interested.
audience.
I'm
We're the
interested in
audience.
scientific fact that
government can't lie
disproves
to
the
us.
Earth's a globe.
Well,
Authorities
That's
we're
what I'm
the
can't lie
audience
interested.
in that scenario.
Oh my god.
Impossible. It just can't happen.
Impossible, bro.
No.
Yeah.
Daddy government, no.
Yeah, I'm so up that the government's us. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't think it'd be hard for them to lie though, right? Like that you can agree that it wouldn't be hard
No,
to lie
man,
about stuff
you
like
only
this.
want to protect NASA, not government. But it's all right. That's your
NASA.
position.
NASA is the only interested space industry. It's the only one in the world. Yep, there we go. Of
I'm
course
telling
it's
you,
not.
nobody wants to take you that part.
Bro.
That's. I told you only this first thing. If you can check the geometry in reality, maybe you will find out something. But nobody will take your beliefs about NASA and anything, because it's impossible.
That's fine. I'm not asking you to take my beliefs about NASA because
Well,
I'm
most
not
of the
trying to
pictures of that
preach
bend-
any. The people who are trying to preach stuff about their beliefs on NASA are you lot, not me.
Well, if you want a horizontal
NASA.
bend, you're gonna have to ask NASA
Horizontal,
for that.
brother.
Oh, you missed it. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Maybe you weren't here.
Please,
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood for this.
For
Inside
example,
joke
especially
politics.
the guy before asked, what about that strings and wires? For example, did you see that? For example.
No, I've not seen that.
That's only one example. You have like a 100 example of lying and mistakes on ISS, and I think that you never saw that. If you see that, also find that on internet and look into that and say, okay, this is okay.
Well, and put your mind in their body.
Put
Your mind in their body. Do you think could you live in a 24/7 microgravity world? Like, do you think that's actually happening? A 24/7 for months at a time microgravity, what they're going through.
Do you think it's impossible?
Yeah.
That's very closed-minded of you. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think your body could withstand it.
Your body.
Not-
No, sorry. Okay.
There's no
Right.
way.
Let's
You get
just
off the
narrow
comet,
this down.
comet.
No. Let's narrow this down, please. I want to have this conversation. Let's narrow this down on what you mean by your body could not withstand the tension. You're actually releasing tension
I didn't
by
say
being in a
tension.
micro. Well, why can't our bodies cope with it?
Well, the fluids of the body, for one, I mean, a lot of it, you need a natural process of moving downward.
Do you know how fluids move in the body on Earth?
Yeah, they find the path of least resistance.
I want something that's a stronger force than the path of least resistance.
Well, they got pumps and is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
like the force of
the heart. That's a pretty big pump that moves stuff around
The heart
in the
is
body.
not a pump. The heart is found to be more of a vortexing kind of motion, actually.
Yeah, I think
Are you in this
they're
conversation?
Go ahead.
By pump, right? Okay, by pump I mean the heart is the reason why we have a circulatory system. It's why the blood within us is constantly moving. If our heart stops beating, blood does not move. There is a reason why inside the veins they have these little within the walls of the vein, there are these little valves to prevent backflow of blood, to allow the downwards force or the upwards force in your legs, right? So your blood has to go up, back up your legs. In the veins, they have those valves that prevent backflow because there's something else that will influence the way our blood moves, and that's gravity, right? So in a microgravity environment, your veins are actually having an easier time moving blood around your body. So fluid moves easier around your body. Astronauts have to exercise because the biggest compromise they face is a decrease in bone density.
Yeah, and the muscles. I don't buy it. I don't buy that they're in this environment and having to do this every day as a regiment, plus doing their science and their spacewalks and their live feeds to children.
Well, you've got to think. Let's just think about here on Earth, right? How long you're awake for, right? If you were just to stay inside your house for 6 months,
Working out
and
wouldn't
you
make a difference.
you didn't have to go out to work, you didn't have to go out to eat, like everything you had was there for 6 months. You'd be able to plan out your life where you exercise for 2 hours, you do some work, and you talk to your family. How is that impossible? Of course, it's possible.
But I'm not in 24 hours a day microgravity, having to use tubes to go to the bathroom. Sleeping in microgravity. I mean, even getting to REM state in a microgravity, bullshit. You're getting into REM state, just floating around, tossing and turning. I would love to see you get into REM state in microgravity. I would
my wife
love to
studied.
see you get in
My
REM
wife studied
state.
medicine. I ask her now about that. Thinks does gravity has anything to do with what you explained? And she said, "What the fuck he's saying?"
I would love to see REM
What the
state in
fuck I'm saying?
microgravity.
I was
Show me the
because I
EEG.
wanted to ask because I wanted to maybe it's mentioned somewhere, maybe it has connection or something. No, this is
I bet astronauts are the most tired people we know of because they never get a good night's sleep. But
Yeah,
they look
also
so springy. They
Because
look
you
so
imagine
springy
that
and
REM
happy.
sleep is hard in
and
microgravity.
I'm telling you, this is the point. My wife is not
They're
flat
not getting
earther,
good
for
night's sleep.
example.
They're
Yeah,
not functioning on
Quetzal,
that spacewalk. An 8-hour spacewalk in a diaper, and they didn't get sleep that night. Bullshit.
Funny you put that second picture of the bridge. I didn't post that image.
Guys wearing diapers on the spacewalks. Hey, you only got 4 hours of sleep, motherfucker. I gotta do this stupid screw.
And you're applying to like click attachment, right? And you've shown your own image. I don't think that's curvature. That could be anything, bro. But it's such a small distance that I would say it's not curvature of the Earth in that image.
How many times do you think they practice their backflips for the camera? More than they get.
Can you
they've
post
definitely got to
citation
practice.
about that blood thing, please?
Get your backflip
Post a citation about the blood thing.
Yeah, or this is from your mind. That
Okay, so
something came
no,
from
do you
your
want me
mind.
to? I can post like scientific research
Med-
papers
I would like
from
to hear
maybe
some from medicine, please.
1850. Yeah. I'll get you a paper from 1850 about how
No,
they
I
dissect
want
veins.
something. I want
How about some
year
measure
2023. It would be nice if it's something in 2000 that it's concluded
Mhm.
that how to say that everybody has agree on that from 1815.
Are you getting that
Common
x-axis,
knowledge,
Ben?
the heart.
I'm not even going to use Google. I'm going to use something called Cy Davis, which is a
Where's that x-axis, Ben? Oh my God, are they still using this guy's the Pontchartrain video? Shit, man.
Oh, I want to hear now the doctor saying that gravity has something to do with the blood
If
pressure.
Sasha,
if that
I
water
love
was
how
gone,
you
you'd see all the rest of
everything.
the
You up the
towers.
ante all the time, bro. It's
If that water
hilarious.
was gone, you'd see the rest of the towers.
And advice to never advice for you again. I think that I told you that one time. To never ever go to research the surface of the Earth and that things geometry and stuff. That's atomic science.
Yeah.
Don't look into that because it's too much for you.
Yeah.
How do I curve the base of my triangle?
Let's never
Yeah.
actually measure it ourselves. Let's don't measure it. No need to measure it to anybody.
I love how Sasha said
Just
atomic
imagine.
science is too much for me, yet I'm literally doing that as my degree. So, yeah, clearly was too
Congrats.
much for me, bro.
What are you gonna get into?
Geometry,
Engineering?
atomic science is going good with you.
Are you doing engineering?
Astrology,
No, I'm
you
just
are
doing
Einstein
chemistry.
in astrology. You are good in every kind of pseudoscience, but geometry is not your. It's not. Don't look into that. It's too much.
What are you, a gas
he's
man?
good. I think he's
Solid?
just
Yeah, sorry,
liquid?
I'll just stick
What
to
do you like the
stick
most?
to
think he has
my
zero logical
quantum
ability.
mechanics and calculus. I'll just stick to that. Sorry.
Whoa,
What
bro.
state of matter do you like the most?
I'd probably say the matter at a triple point where it's both a gas, liquid, and solid.
Ooh, what is that? Oobleck or something?
My profile
no,
picture can help you.
Oobleck is like water and cornstarch, and it just the more force you hit the oobleck with, it like becomes more of a solid.
Yeah.
But that's definitely an interesting fluid.
That's quite the reaction. Yeah, honey's like that too, right? A little bit. Or you'd sink more in honey than cornstarch water.
Yeah, I think it just like the viscosity of it definitely helps. Like when you hit something, it's like if you were to hit the ocean with a lot of force, the water would feel like concrete because you hit it that hard.
You ever see that test where they hung molasses down and to see how long it would hang until it finally hit the floor? It was just
Yeah.
slowly dripping, and people. To me, it's like What's
It's
at
not
play
like
there?
it's in
You
France,
know,
isn't it? Isn't it like on the 7th drop or something?
is gravity pulling each little molecule one by one or something?
Yes.
It's
Maybe
definitely momentum in.
electromagnetic or something, but gravity's so weak. It's such a weak force.
That is definitely true.
It's so weak. Like we should be learning about the other ones. We should know more about the other ones just as much as we know about gravity. Like they should be
Definitely true.
pushing electromagnetic Faraday,
Well, there is a lot of research.
Clarkwell,
Don't think there
Maxwell,
is
way
not a
more
lot of
than Newton.
research. Trust
Newton's
me,
good, but
brother, in the field of chemistry and physics, I can guarantee you, we are using electromagnetic field study at the top of our game.
Yeah, but that needs
It's
to ripple effect into like we learn about gravity and Newton as like when we're breastfeeding, pretty much.
yeah.
Like I
Well,
want to know about magnets. Put a magnet in my hand or something. I don't need to know about gravity. Magnetics right there. I can play with electricity and magnetism. Yeah, gravity, I guess, if you want to drop things. But that's just a rate of fall. Just a rate of
For a
fall.
long time that gravity doesn't exist. It's time to yell it.
Yeah, it's not.
That's
It's
a
a weak
quote.
force. It's an
It's a
effect,
quote, right?
according to Einstein. It's not even a
What's
force.
the name of that guy? What was the name of that guy that quoted that said that? I remember,
oh,
but yeah,
is he either Planck or
Strange.
Modern day
Michio Kaku?
Dutch physicist.
Oh, Brian. No, not Brian Cox. What's his?
That
Oh,
gravity's more of an entropic effect. Says we've known for a long time that gravity doesn't exist. It's time to yell it. That's a direct quote. I've got the meme somewhere. I can't remember his name.
yeah, I can't find
And
the
Chad
meme.
is finally dead. I wanted to ask a question.
yeah.
So when you have the black swan observation, if the cause of that observation is being physically flat, then the shape of the Earth obviously.
Check. Yeah.
Can I finish?
So
though?
check this out.
Doesn't even let him finish.
I'm
bro.
sorry. Go ahead.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry.
the shape of the Earth is something that wouldn't be changing over time, but we see from the guy who made that observation that when he went to the same observation point, so the same thing being obstructed or not obstructed on different days. So if the cause of that observation isn't refraction, but the Earth physically being flat and making us able to see that far, then why isn't that observation possible on every single day?
Because of atmospheric.
Because the horizon is not physical.
Because of waves, because of atmospheric conditions.
Waves.
So I just wanted to say, yeah, you want to rule out every single other variable that we know is happening. Yeah, that's not true. The horizon is not physical is the point. And I just want to say real quickly that the capillary force is much more powerful than your gravity in the body. So is density and buoyancy. So where's gravity?
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
a neutral
required.
buoyancy. That's crazy. Neutral buoyancy is fantastic to see that.
The capillary force itself is stronger than any kind of no gravity. It's like it goes against gravity. So where's gravity then? If the capillary force, this little minute little force, is stronger than your gravity, then where is gravity?
Yeah,
Doesn't
I mean,
exist.
Michio Kaku said it's so weak that it's leaking from other dimensions. They have to keep making up new theories to fit the model that is weakening.
Is that new global
That's
war?
hilarious.
I know. Yeah,
Weeks between dimensions. What?
it's leaking from other dimensions. That's a
Dude.
theory.
I'm compiling global war. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna write this down.
Michio, look that up. Michio Kaku said this.
Pikachu Okaku? What?
Pikachu, yeah, exactly. Pikachu.
Pikachu Otaku. Okay, I'll look it up.
Pikachu Taco.
Pikachu
Exactly.
Taco, got it. Okay, gravity leaks between dimensions, got it.
Is
Pikachu
leaking
Otaku.
is leaking from other dimensions.
Bruh.
Yep. I mean, that's why they come out with dark energy, black energy. They're going to come out with invisible energy, imaginable energy. It's anything to fit this model together. It's coming apart.
Bro, it's just like my Marvel movies. I should send them more shekels.
Hey, the more shekels, the better.
I know. I just wanted to take all my shekels.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like, to me, I don't know if you guys think this, but I feel like this whole flat Earth thing, it kind of seeped in this unprogramming. It made you question everything else a little easier. I don't know. For me, it did. It made me look at politics a little differently because that was a
Yeah,
whole
I
thing.
mean,
Like, what, you know,
it's
and
the
it's like,
basis. It's the basis of their like materialistic, nihilistic religion. So yeah.
yeah, when people were saying, "Oh, they're banning conservatives," not even just conservatives, anyone who goes against the establishment narrative. It's like they did this 5 years ago with flat Earth. They took away stuff that they didn't want you to see, and it just Barbara Streisand affected it, and you know, I don't know. It helped question other things a little easier that I wasn't questioning before for this. And it's fun to go back though, because it's just a game of delay in space, just like politics is a game of delay. So is the space programs. It's another game of delay until you get back to the moon, if they even. I don't know.
Yeah, there's some.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No, there's something special about like once you realize the Earth is flat, and then they've been lying to you about that. Then just you realize everything they say is bullshit.
Yeah.
So
Oh, another proxy war. Oh, wow. Wait. You did this for 55 years in the Cold War? A Cold War was a proxy war? Oh, you've already done this playbook. You learn so much about that and the games they play. And I think is anyone who's signing the Antarctic Treaty, though, everyone can fight and do all this stuff, but they're so chill about Antarctica. Don't touch that place. That's the one place we will agree that it is for science, and we shouldn't have anyone going down there. Let's keep it off limits, really. And I find that fascinating. Of all the proxy wars, everybody remains.
didn't you see it's because of the penguins?
It's the penguins. It's just the penguins are the cure to every ailment.
Yeah. Didn't you see the cute movie, the cartoons? Like
That's what
cartoons are
they
what
want you to
controls.
think.
Yeah, it's the penguins, bro. So
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Penguin propaganda, baby. I agree.
Yeah, they use cartoon penguins to get us to stay away from Antarctica. They use cartoon globes to get us to think we're on a spinning water globe, spinning water
my
dirt
God.
monkey globe.
It is
That's
nice.
orbiting around the flaming gas ball, 666 million miles an hour.
It really does take a lot of just blind belief.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the religion. It's literally just the state religion.
I wish a bunch of you guys could spend like 2 or 3 days at the South Pole Station right about now.
I would love to see. I mean, what South Pole Station you're talking about? Like where south?
Wait, have you been there?
Yeah,
or
I haven't been there.
What part? What
Oh,
south are you talking
okay.
about? Like St. Augustine?
The South Pole Research Station. But the interesting thing is the sun is up all the time, and it goes from right to left in a big circle.
Wait,
Hey
the solar
Matthew, I wish
disk?
I could visit Santa's workshop too. The North Pole. Sounds cool.
Yeah, these
Is
are
the
really cool
sol-
stories. In
The
there.
South Pole,
Wow.
not the North Pole.
Is the solar disk visible, or is it just the light from the solar disk?
The solar disk is visible. It's about 24-hour sunlight now, especially on the longest day, which is in December 21st.
Yeah, because some of the videos I've seen, some of them have cuts, which I don't know why they would have, but a lot of them I see the light, but I don't see the actual full disk go in a big circle.
I suppose the weather matters.
Yeah, a lot of weather somehow comes out of nowhere on some of these. It's like, damn, the disk. I mean, I want to see the full disc go all the way. Like, I want it to be so obvious that there's just no question. There's just some things that are.
Standard.
I feel like space and Antarctica. There's just so much mystery where it's like, I don't know why is it so secretive? Area 51 too, I guess. Those three places are probably the most things I think are just so much mystery.
Well, you can stick with the easy stuff like the full moon. It doesn't change angular size all night.
The full moon.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, why would it need to change angular size if it's moving, right?
Yeah,
Saying it's moving.
Yeah, if it's moving towards you and then going farther away from you over a flat plane, it seems like it should be getting bigger and bigger than smaller and smaller, but it stays the same size all night long.
Well, does that kind of depend on what the moon is on or where it is? in space? Like, what if what the moon is on doesn't show an angular size change, even though the Earth below is not a sphere?
Yeah, so that implies that the distance to the moon is the same all night long. The interesting thing is that if you go 2,000 miles away, somebody else watching the full moon will see the same thing. They won't see the distance change either.
I mean, we do see the moon's size change, kind of magnifies sometimes.
I'm talking about during the space of a single night, the night of the full moon. And you could say like an hour after moonrise and an hour before moon set, if you want to avoid like the effects of the horizon. The point is that the moon stays exactly the same size all night long, so it stays the same distance all night long.
Yeah, I'm curious if that's because of where maybe the moon is located, or what the moon is on, because it's a phenomenon either way. If it's not the heliocentric model, then what are you believing in the non-heliocentric and the geocentric model? Where would the moon and sun be?
There you are.
Yeah, I'm just as dazed
You know
as
the
that,
trick
because I
to
couldn't give you a definite answer.
maxing out your
Yeah,
guns
so the
fast.
moon
Don't start
is
a
a
game.
physical
Hold on.
object. We can see it. You can look at it through a telescope. It's a physical object. And
Oh yeah, there's definitely something there for sure. I mean,
Yo.
Yeah.
Hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know the trick to maxing out your guns really fast?
No.
You play Plunder, right? I already maxed out the WSP Swarm and the BSB.
What is the
B.
the BASP you're doing?
I did it already. It's full. And the WSP Swarm I did. Do that sniper rifle. You can do it in like one game. Do you have double XP tokens?
Yeah, I probably do.
Scan the menu there on the left. It tells me to click R3 to see additional XP boosts. I don't know what button you have to push. But you see that daily challenges list? It says additional XP boosts. Say something like that over there.
Hold on. I know I have a bunch of these tokens. I don't know where the fuck they are.
I have a bunch of them because I don't ever use them.
Yeah, me too.
So many.
So
It's just a button that you have to click when you're in the game menu there. Like when you go back to the plunger, there's a button that you have to push. On that menu on the left side, like mine says push triangle to select new
Yeah,
armory,
it
unlock
was
triangle.
hidden. I got it. Yeah, so what, you just go to
And then
weapons?
one says additional XP boosts behind it. It's like hard to see.
Yeah, I said press
Mine's
it.
L3.
So which one? You do
So
all of
can
them?
you see?
XP, battle pass, weapons, all of them? Which one you do?
Yeah, I do all of them. So turn them all on. Make sure you have a gun equipped, a loadout made of the gun you wanna
I have it.
max out.
Everything's ready. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I gotta pick another gun because I just finished trying to. I'm gonna do this CAD AMR sniper rifle now. And the Renetti pistol.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, so you can start the game. So what you gotta do in Plunder, you gotta collect cash, right?
Yeah.
So you collect as much fucking cash. Keep all your backpack slots empty. Like, don't fill it up with anything, any bullshit. Just pick up like the watches and the gold bars and the hard drives, the shit that's worth money.
Yeah.
So you basically want to land at a buy station and around the buy station and loot as much as you can, get as much money as you can, then go to the buy station and just buy 1 million armor plates. Like, just buy armor plates constantly. And then once you run out of money, dump all the armor plates in your backpack, go loot again,
go back to the buy and do it again. Like I just did the WSP swarm in one game.
Hmm.
Two games I did it in. Like
Interesting.
you'll, if you're doing that sniper rifle, you'll max it out in one, probably 2 games. Depends how much loot we find. The more loot you find, the more money you get. So it's almost better that we go to separate places on the map. We don't even go to the same place. Okay?
Yeah.
Go to a buy station somewhere where there's buildings that's on the corners where people aren't going to go to, and just collect as much fucking money as you can. And buy as many plates as you can. If I can do the gun so fast.
All right. I need that swarm. That's for sure. But that's SMG, right? That swarm.
Yeah, no, yeah, you need the swarm. You need the, if you're gonna snipe, you need the cat AMR, I think it is. The single shotgun.
My
And the bass B.
MCPR is still one shots, eh? My MCPR is still one shots. But I'll get the other
And the
ones.
bass B. But you gotta want the attachments and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like way faster. I could hardly gain any fucking levels playing Resurgence the other day. I'm at fucking Ashley's house babysitting her dogs. I'm playing on her TV, so the game just feels like fucking ass.
Mm-hmm.
Gear up fast. We're about to get evil.
So I might as well sit here and upgrade the guns and shit. Because I'm fucking like slow as hell in actual game. It's fucking so hard for me to kill anything.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
Chill.
Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
Oh, I gotta pick the wrong. I fucking chose the wrong. No, this gun I need to finish. So 5 only. But it's
Still pick the loadout. Just push start and pick your loadout. You're gonna do it fast, so you wanna unlock all the attachments and shit, right? Plus you get your rank goes up and you go through the battle pass. Like the game I just played, I got 3 battle pass tokens.
Yeah. You just want to keep buying plates. That's what you're saying, eh?
Yeah, just don't worry about the fucking objective. Nothing. Just buy plates, as many plates as you can. Like, I'm gonna go over here to this fucking buy all the way down there.
Alrighty.
Could be lots of loot for both of us over there.
I was gonna go somewhere else.
That
I'm
doesn't
gonna go to the
matter.
other side. We're gonna go to the other side of the map. Let's
If
spend my
guys do
time.
come there, don't even go back. Go to a different fucking buy.
Yeah, no, I got a corner.
Like the last game, I was just fucking in my own spot the whole time. I didn't see a guy that was looting, constant looting.
So you can sell all this shit at the buy station? You buy, right?
Yeah, but run around with that gun in your hand the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Don't drop that gun.
Oh, yeah, my
And the gun you'll upgrade. Yeah, don't waste your time with anything else in your backpack. Just the shit that you could sell at the buy station. Watch you get level up constantly. How you like this game? I don't know yet. I'm on the fence.
Oh, it's
It was
good,
weird.
man. It's you gotta get used to it, though. Yeah. No, it's fantastical, bro. The graphics are way better. Visibility's better. Everything's better. I love it. The action is way better too. Like the movement, just so much
I don't.
nicer.
Eddie,
Slide cancel.
I like the last game movement. I don't care about slide canceling.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody
No,
running
this
around, jumping and slide canceling.
it's so fucking. That's what I'm saying. It's so much more difficult now. Cause there's these guys that are sweatier than ever. Love it.
Yeah, but that's like, I mean, that's stupid.
Yeah. I enjoy shit like that.
It's not all about gunfire and accuracy anymore. It's all about how you're gonna slide and jump and run away.
Yeah, and that fucking wasp, that stupid fucking SMG, bro. That fucking kills so fast. Not even funny.
Oh yeah, the time to kill is a lot faster too with this game. You die real fast.
Then I buy the plates, yeah?
Buy fucking plates. But our teammates are doing the same fucking thing.
Do I sell the plates too? I can't sell the plates, no. Drop the plates. Look at that. Did my first round. God, I'm in a fucking desert with nothing here.
Plus I go around for the buildings. Because the loot boxes reopen and shit too, right?
Oh, they do? I'll go back to where they are. I like the mantling, you know, like, it's really good. Like, when you jump over shit.
Fucking fighting us.
I love everything about this game. It's fun. Like, the only thing I don't like is the beginning. With that guy keeps talking shit in the beginning, I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. You got so tired. Like, after the first 2 games, you just don't even want to hear him anymore. You know, at the beginning of the match. I love the zip lines. I love the zip lines. I love the fucking the tall buildings in the middle there. Oh, I had so much fun. Like, I do solo battle royales. Oh, those are so fun. Like, heart pounding fun, you know? Time to kill so fucking stupid though, like, just get melted.
Yeah, you're running around with that pistol. You're trying to upgrade that pistol.
No, I have the assault rifle.
Yeah, but you have to carry it. You can't run around. That's what I'm saying. Whatever gun's in your hand.
Oh, that's okay. Well, whatever. I'll do the pistol. That pistol is important. It's one of my starting pistols.
Right now, really good.
How do you get up here?
My time here, getting shot at. all your fucking airstrikes. Use them right away. So you get the XP for them when you use them. Bomb drones and shit.
Roger that. Fuck is it? Oh, cash deposit. Another cash deposit. Depositing cash also gives you XP, no? Or
It's not the same. You get way more if you just buy plates over and over again. Still get XP from depositing cash, so like that you just get the most from just buying a plate constantly.
At least you get to explore the map. But
yeah.
Fucking
boring, but you can do your guns pretty quick. And
Friendly mortar strike inbound. Need recon overhead.
I don't even know what I did last time. Like, last time I bought back the game, did a DMZ too. Good in DMZ pretty fast. But there's no DMZ on this game.
yeah. Okay, that doesn't really. Yeah, DMG's whatever, anyways. I fucking barely touched it last.
UAV is being refueled.
I used it just to upgrade guns. Same thing. Just go in the game and shoot AI.
Kill enemies, take their cash. Get hunting.
Also, if you do call them missions, you get cash faster. The contracts. You do contracts and do the buy the plates. You have easy contracts. Yeah.
This map is like Chechnya or something.
Secure them to the designated uplink station to
What?
transfer
It's
data.
like it's mixed with Russian and Arabic. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's like Chechnya, this map.
Heads up, an enemy squad marked you as a bounty target.
Or what do you call them? Dagestani guys, you know.
Friendly Guardian is active.
I've done that. Oh, this fucking loser, man. Such a bitch. What are you doing, bro?
Are you hunting you?
Where are you hiding? Fucking hate you guys. Fucked me up right before I went to spend my money. Just hiding and waiting, watching him die. Didn't know when I killed his teammate. When this shit happens, it slows down the process.
I can imagine.
Last game, nobody fucking bothered me at all. I went from level 13 to 27 on the swarm. Nobody came near me.
Oh, you're right beside me now. I looted everything there.
Target is EKIA. Reward drop inbound. Thank your squad mate for that one.
Level 11. I see why you're doing this, but I mean, fuck, it's so boring, man. I'd rather shoot motherfuckers.
Yeah. I just want 3 guns. That's all I want.
Yeah.
We're out of time. Uplinks down. Contract's full.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy. UAV orbiting. Recon is online.
Fast B is the best gun in the game, I think.
For like an AR, right?
Yeah.
And the swarm is the best for the SMG. Wait, can you have both at the same time or no?
Can't with overkill, but you could just buy.
So there is no overkill in this game.
No.
So you have to buy it.
You just buy your gun at the fucking buy station. I never used overkill anyways, so doesn't bother me.
But they nerfed my F-Tac so goddamn bad, it's insane. Like, it fucking takes a whole clip.
All the fucking guns from the old game are not as good as the new guns.
It's just shit. They're just complete garbage. I'm like fucking putting the whole fucking magazine into a guy and he's not going down. It's like, what? Used to be so much faster. I don't know. I think they should have balanced all the guns, man. I think they should let the other guns be powerful too, but.
Solid work evading the enemy.
Well, that's just me. Cause I'm happy with my MCPR, man. My MCPR one shots. I think the only problem with it is it drop offs too. It doesn't go that far. So it's a huge arc when you shoot it. It's a massive fucking arc. But when you guys should get a headshot and it fucking knocks the guy, fucking it looks so good. Like you see the bullet flying to his head. The fuck is a thermobaric grenade?
buy station inbound. Bounty targets are up. Get after them. Friendly buy station is ready.
I like the map though, looks good. I like the graphics on it, everything's nice. Yeah, a little less water though. Not enough water fights, but whatever. They nerfed my F-tac anyway, so no point. Oh, the bounty's here.
Yeah.
He's up here, up here, up here, up here. Oh, fuck. No!
Oh, run.
Because I hit myself so hard. What the fuck kind of gun is that? Oh my god. I grenaded myself. Look at that. See how fast can that fucking melts? Son of a bitch. Damn motherfucker. Can't believe I fucking... Where is that bitch? Did it run? Did it run?
Solid copy. Bird is inbound for cash extraction.
Like, this was a horrible game.
Hilo is standing by at the extract point. Secure all cabs in the bag.
Whatever. At least you got a couple guns leveled up. Let's play some Resurgence at least after this, because I want to kill some people now. I don't really care for the leveling too much. I'll eventually get them. Although the swarm would be nice to have.
Cargo's on board. Extract Hilo's RTP.
Take the zippity doo dah day up there. Got him off the air high, bitch. Fucker. I still got that fucking kill. Keep running. Got him. Got him off the fucking zip. Give me the money, bitches. Go. This guy, I mean, the other guy dropped money down there somewhere.
Roger. Extract bird is inbound for cash deposit.
Fuck, I don't know where he died.
Bag set. Extract bird is standing by. Enemy attack helos in the airspace. Take it down and secure that cache.
Sorry, hairball.
Cargo is secured and exiting the AO.
Oh, the gas closes in? Nowhere. I didn't know the gas was closing in on Plunder. Go hit a buy station. The fuck is it? There's the most wanted behind us. Team wipe those motherfuckers. Oh, I feel like playing some real Warzone
Not
now.
enough cash secured. Stand down.
See how much levels I got on this stupid fucking gun.
I got the cat like level 15.
See what I got on this biatch. Oh, halfway there on this gun. That's not bad.
I only got 2 tokens.
Gunsmith.
Oh, it's better than nothing.
I have an underbarrel. Nice. The FTAC 56 is still the best underbarrel, right?
It's also easy to fucking unlock other guns.
Yeah, I think because it's all by level, right? Depending on what level you are.
Yeah, but you can unlock shit faster if you want to. It's just you have to do the challenges for that gun.
20 round mag. I already have 20 rounds in this bitch. No 30 rounds, demo grip. Laser aim. This is good for now. Are you ready to play a real Warzone? Let's play a real Warzone.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give me a second. Let me hold on a second.
Yeah,
Set my loadout. Fix my loadouts.
I do want that swarm though, custom loadout. Fast speed necessary. I have my full tac V, my full tac V's ready, but
Yo.
yo.
Yeah.
It's good.
What is good?
Yo, what's up with y'all?
What up with y'all, man?
Trying to see what this about.
Are you new to this?
I ain't played these boards right here. I'm so used to the island and shit.
Alright, don't worry about it. We're all pretty new. You guys all ready? Tell me when you're ready.
Yeah. Let's go.
My buddy Course has to fix something. Hold on. Should some tokens, maybe some tokens. See fucking where my tokens are at. I still have 38 minutes on all of it. Only just left. Oh, more marijuana smokers. Amazing. Should take a nice bong rip for me, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, I wish I could do it. I wish I could do it, but no, not yet. Soon, but yet, not yet. Soon. Gotta be disciplined about this for now.
I see army unlock sick.
Yo.
Yo, what's up, guy?
What's good, bro?
I was just waiting for my buddy to finish his loadout. Ready to go.
Alright. Bro, I just installed this shit, bro. I have to run my old loadout.
Everybody does, man. I'm running new guns though. Like I just have a level fucking whatever pistol and a whatever assault rifle for now.
Bro, the fact that I can't even get the meta guns to like fucking level 25 is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. You're gonna be fucking. They're gonna smoke you pretty fast.
Yeah.
So you have to be more strategic with it. Don't challenge people face to face. Yeah, you don't want to challenge people with the swarm. If they have a swarm, they fuck you up fast.
The round drum on the swarm, like wow. Fuck.
Wait, you ready?
Joe, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. The swarm is pretty good, especially with the even stock. The swarm is pretty good. Yeah. Even stock this fucking SMG, bro. What the fuck? Look at it. And why are people leaving, man? They have no patience. Yo, mic check. Did the thing fuck up? Because I can't hear nobody. I can't hear nobody. Tell me when you're ready. I can't hear you though. I need a sign. Give me a sign. Okay. See? I'll start right now. It's fucking glitchy. They still can't fix the voice chat in this fucking game. What the fuck? Let's get this going. Oh, look at this guy. He's already 100. What? And he has that dumb fucking guy skin. Look at that.
Join us.
Use this time for some target practice. Real things coming soon.
Come join, baby.
Enemy soldier in.
It's like I report him.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized.
Let's get that bird spinning. Finish up. We're airborne in 3. There we are.
This guy's acting's worse than fucking anything.
We're deploying you to
Horrible.
the front lines. You're up.
Fuck
Ready
this
to
shit.
shoot. Enemy activity will be high. Expect contact early and often.
Where are we going?
Wherever you want.
Oh, bro, I'm new at this. You tell me.
My preference would be like right here.
Oh, we're going right there. Yeah, we're going right on them. Let's fucking get it. Let's get her done, boys.
Your squad mates being tracked as a most wanted target. Eliminate enemies and secure supply caches to get the target off their back.
Oh, I got a swarm already.
Man, you lucky guy, bro. Just run it to level it. That way you'll have it.
playing with us?
No.
We'll be done this fucking thing soon. We can buy our, gotta load out.
Was that a swarm? Holy shit, let me pick that up. Just for leveling purposes. Oh, it's just a Fennec.
15
God
seconds
damn
we
it.
can buy. Here.
You kept your
Give
squad
him a
mate
bite
alive.
when he's done.
Most wanted contract complete.
Somebody sniping at us from below.
Sniper.
Free money.
Yeah, I see him right here.
Watch for move. Cancel my last.
Wait. Fuck.
The money. Yeah. Wasted smoke. So.
Where the fuck is this guy? Give me a marker.
Okay.
Oh, there he is. I got him. Hit him.
My last.
Fuck, he should be down.
Loadout drop inbound.
Had a white marker on him.
Destroy the target.
You ran? What? I didn't
Must have.
fucking get.
Drops! There he is, redeploying. Getting shot at from guys over here.
Copy.
Behind those boxes.
Guys jumped right there. Got that bounty.
Moving here.
Positive ID on the bounty targets.
Lots going on over there. Oh, back one, down one.
Some squads outside the safe zone.
Heads on a swivel here.
One on the roof here. He jumped.
The enemy.
Fucked him up.
Need large caliber rounds.
Friendly loadout drops on the way. Need mid-cal rounds.
Double tap.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
I'm playing right now.
Okay, I picked up the wrong fucking gun. Picked up the wrong fucking gun.
Worth a Google.
You got reinforcements inbound. Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone. Your squad mate's redeploying. Well done.
Right here.
Got no ammo, man.
Need mid-cal rounds.
Me either. Let's find some. There's an ammo thing right in the middle.
Prices have been reduced.
There is an ammo thing in the middle, you're right.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
Drag out.
25 are still active in the AO.
One's pushing you from the side. Cracked, he's cracked. Inside. Downed one in there.
Good one. I gotta push me.
Team
Oh,
white.
y'all got the white. Good job.
There we go.
There's another team. I just ran in there.
Your squad mates redeploying. Well done.
You guys all over
Broken
me.
on there.
Wow. Fuck.
Marked him. He's inside there. Fuck is this motherfucker?
He went upstairs.
Fire sales over. Adjust the price.
Got a bomb drone.
Gas is inbound.
Well, homie's up here right now.
Window is ending.
Yeah, I'm gonna bomb drone him right now. Hold on. Watch my body.
These are on me over here, too, guys. Need help.
He's climbing. He's upstairs. I hit him. They're on the roof. Two on the roof here.
Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me now.
He jumped off. He's on the ground floor.
Fuck me.
Teammates by the by.
Fuck, man. I don't see shit. Sneaky motherfuckers.
You got reinforcements inbound.
Oh, how am I fucking swear to God, my bomb drone exploded on his face. And... Downed him up there.
Dead in the gas.
Nice.
Are you guys moving that way? That's it. Crack him.
Oh, there's... To the side, right here, of course. Live pin. Oh, there's more. Fuck. At least you get resurged. Crawl inside. Can you crawl in? Yo, pick him up. He's so low. We're running right to you guys.
I am in your debt.
Get ready. You're redeploying. Your squad mates back on station.
All my shit's in the gas. All my shit's in the gas.
Moving. Disregard that. Moving here.
On my mark, there's teams.
Yeah,
Careful.
There's lots of stuff here to get. Tons of gear. I'm just
dropping plates. I'll take that.
Bunch of extras here.
The extras are always good.
Alright, we gotta rotate for zone here, boys.
Yeah.
You're losing ground. Move it.
Need mid-cal rounds.
Mark him.
There's two guys in this building.
Got that guy in the distance.
Top window.
There's this fighting happening.
There's a guy right here.
Hey, here.
Oh, he's so low, man. Right here. My mark. Fuck, you one inside. One behind you. Watch the door. Door. Yeah. Good team wipe. Fuck me, I died. Is there any redeploys? No.
I didn't see any.
How far is that? That's so far. Never mind.
Gas is inbound.
You have a bomb drone, eh? Use your bomb drone as a scout.
Get a little safer. Get in the middle. You guys zipping across right there?
I saw that rocket right behind his head. To your left, there's a sniper.
Cover me, I'm using bomb drone.
Yeah.
There's
See
3.
that sniper? Sniper, you see that?
One's right here. One's right here. One's right here.
Oh, get on all 3 of them. Oh no. Shit.
Fuck.
Guys right in front of us over here too.
Let them fight
Still
it out. You
watching us
got
with
4
that
teams
sniper
left.
from
4
the right.
teams left. No, 3 teams left. Fucking at the buy.
Yeah. I'd say over here, man.
No way, man. God damn it.
Beast. You are a beast. Coming straight to you. Coming straight to you
Yeah,
guys.
there's a bunch of shit on the buy. In this way?
Or Bubba.
So much stuff here.
Don't worry.
I got you.
I got you.
Get to the new safe
Watch
zone.
me, watch me, watch me, watch me.
No!
No!
He's going for the buyback.
Move to the safe zone.
I'll try and get you.
Roof.
Yo, I see some guys across.
Yeah. We get better position, that bad.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch those guys. Gas is moving in. New
Right
safe
here.
zone located. Gas is moving. The safe zone is far from your location. Get moving. Pronto.
One team left, boys. One guy.
Right
No,
there,
two
right
guys.
there.
Good job.
Boom.
Again.
All teams. Extraction is inbound. Get hooked in and stand by. Here comes the snap.
Watch me get the useless fucking card. Dead weight.
Watch me get it.
No, you got like fucking
13
11
kills.
kills. Yeah. 13 kills.
Coming back. Nicely done. Target-rich environment out there, yeah? Let's review. Speed and violence make a great team. God damn.
Oh, shit.
Tough son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
you can give my dogs dinner.
Very resourceful. Good skill to have. Someone stole your
Oh, I got
fire, huh?
assists? No way. I thought I was dead weight.
This ain't nearly over.
Alright, guys. GG. Good game.
Have a good one, yeah. Hey, Joe.
Yo.
Yeah, I think I'm done for now.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright, talk to you later.
Later.
It's
Yes.
hidden in plain sight, basically.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think since Sumeria, there's just been a one world government that uses the Babylonian mystery school religions as their playbook. And they just take the same set of symbolism and rituals and go from one empire to the next, slowly creating a world domination narrative throughout human history. So if you analyze Sumeria to Egypt to ancient Rome to medieval England and the Merovingian stuff with the Bavarians, and then over to the New World America with the Freemasons, it's all the exact same set of symbolism with reptilian shit, all-seeing eye, pyramids,
Oh yeah.
hermetic symbols, references to Hiram Abiff and Kabbalism with the two pillars of Joachim and Boaz. It's all the same shit.
To be fair, I try not to get consumed by this kind of stuff. If I join the Freemasons, sure, I might learn more about it, but no, it's not for me.
Defense against the dark arts. You can't defend against attacks that you don't know how they work. So it's valuable to learn the machinations of the enemy.
No,
Yeah,
not
I
really.
agree with that. I think so. You're prepared for what they can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Not everybody's meant to be an aura and fight Death Eaters, but some people are.
That's fine. I choose to not wear the tinfoil hat.
That's quite
That's
all
cool,
right,
bro.
bro. I wish you a humble and happy, healthy life.
Thanks. I wish you good fortune too.
Appreciate it.
Yes, God bless you.
In these trying times, we might need it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And ultimately, people have more in common with each other than different. And so the divide and conquer throughout the ages is really strong. That's why they're very attached to their in group preference and inbreeding and aristocracy, whereas the rest of the world is intentionally taken away from any sense of identity.
I see that a lot happening with the progressive left at the moment. Willing to call
Definitely.
anybody that is against the status quo, which is like the more the solutions that talk about uplifting the oppressed and the minorities and so forth. And whenever you disagree with the solution and the practicality of the solution, you're not actually a progressive, even though you could have been a progressive for many years. You're actually a Nazi, and it's just like, wait, you're not willing to have the conversation. You're ready to label me.
It's almost like they don't really want solutions to those problems, and they're just using protection of the victims as a pretense for getting their control. Just like the government so many times, oh, it's for the children. We have to do it for the children. No, it's not. It's because you want money and fucking control. So all this stuff about oh, we care about the poor, oppressed brown people. No, you don't. You just want to be a fucking aristocracy of supremacy through soft expectations for lower classes.
Yeah, to a certain extent, I think like that there is some part of them that does care, but at the same time, I think the number one priority is to retain power, and that if somebody had better solutions than me and they came up, if they eventually do, like the person that is calling the other person a Nazi might one day, 20 years later when they grow up, encounter somebody else who's even more progressive than them, and then they, go against their argument. And then,
There's so many. There's so many people like me that grew up in like the '90s and stuff. Like I don't have an inherent problem with gays. I don't have a racist bone in my body. I had a black girlfriend. That's not an issue. But now, even somebody who is more libertarian, centrist, or classically liberal is seemingly pushed farther and farther right just because the Overton window is sliding so far left. So you can't just stand for classic liberal values and not be an alt-right fascist now to them. It's weird.
And I don't like that us versus them mentality, right? Because I think good opinions and ideas and talented people can come from both sides of the political aisle, and I think that's the way it has been for a really long time. I just don't like the way that a lot of our politics works these days, where it just comes down to what government are we more disenfranchised with, our current government or a new government? Okay, we hate our current government, so we're going to change. And the only thing that separates, the two governments is we're not actually looking at the policy prescriptions of the new government that we're voting for. We're just identifying it as a change from what we currently have. So it doesn't actually hold it, the new government with any sense of, I have to do this, I have to follow through on my policies, because people. Sorry.
Absolutely. No, he's cooking. It's fine.
You know, it's the same. It's like the same shit, though. It's the same theater. Like this whole politics thing is just also part of this WWE theater. It's again just like putting us versus them, and then eventually the controllers are on both sides, right? They're controlling both sides.
Which is why it's so laughable for anybody to look at Donald Trump as a genuine hero of the people.
Yeah.
He's going to drain the swamp. No, Donald Trump is part of the deep state too. He's literally hung out with Vince McMahon for years, been to many WrestleManias. He knows the inside pro wrestling playbook. He's playing the persecuted face, just like Stone Cold right now. Oh, he's got the Christian backing who all feels beleaguered. All the lefties are taking over and attacking him. That's the perfect energy for like a rebellious hero archetype.
Yeah, exactly.
But ultimately, he's not gonna drain the swamp. He's not gonna build a wall. He's not gonna do any of those things because he's a Zionist puppet like all the presidents are.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. But
he
says
is
funny.
building the wall, and you know walls work both ways, right? It also keeps people inside.
Right.
That's true. That's true. Make America like Escape from LA, Escape from New York, a big prison country.
Hey, I like that
a big penal colony.
Yeah, if you build your wall, could you just build your wall around San Francisco and just like?
Wouldn't that be an ironic turn? I think Donald Trump is the planned Antichrist for their little Illuminati script. So what if he becomes president, finally builds a wall? All the rednecks are like, yeah, finally got around. And then America becomes America becomes a prison camp, and everybody's in the new Auschwitz. Like, fuck, this wall wasn't that great.
I want to go to Mexico. No, you can't. Why not?
Yeah, no more vacations to Tijuana for you, white boy.
Gringo.
Gringo, pinche güero.
Dude, but he sucks. I mean, if he's supposed to be the Antichrist, like he really sucks at it.
No, his last presidency, he actually did a lot of pretty big peacekeeping things in China and the Middle East and all that, kind of laying the seeds for that world peace element of the Antichrist. And you get the Kathy Griffins and all the deranged lefties that, talk about killing him and cursing him with witch magic and all that. That's clearly setting up for a fake assassination. Once he becomes president, they'll fulfill the Antichrist script of having some Trump derangement syndrome person fake assassinate him, and then that will justify the totalitarian lockdown. He'll look like a peaceful world leader that's super based at first, and then once he gets the bullet in the head, he's going to transform the policies to be way more totalitarian. And then once that goes on long enough, and the whole world becomes some one world government, then that's when they'll bring out their fake Jesus, Lucifer, world leader who strikes him down and sets up the millennial kingdom, which will ironically just be another one world government.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this prophecy, but is this like the beast with the head that's mortally wounded but then is healed?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that Revelations is just a script. It's not a prophecy of what's guaranteed to happen. It's just it's the booking for pro wrestling. They booked out the entire season all the way through the pay-per-view till the end, and that's the big WrestleMania culmination for their script as a one world government. And they know they have to Serbian Jew double bluff everybody to accept it. So they'll make a one world government that's super hardcore and totalitarian that nobody will like, and then they're like, well, we don't want this. This is bad. And then they'll have fake Jesus come in and sit on the throne in Jerusalem and make a good one world government. Everybody's like, well, it's still a one world government, but I guess it's better than that Antichrist world government. And then boom, the end result of a one world government has been satisfied. Problem, reaction, solution as always. Have the human race clamoring for one world government through a bunch of coordinated destructive campaigns, whether it's zombies or viruses or fake nukes or whatever.
You heard about this Gisara and Nisara stuff, right?
Vaguely. What is that again?
It's like there's this guy, what's his name, Count of Saint Germain. He's basically had like a trust fund that's been growing since like the 16 or 1700s. And then basically there's going to be a world economy crash. And then
is it Nisara like a universal basic income or something?
Yeah, exactly. And sort of to opt into it, you have to take the mark. So it's like
exactly
you'll be taken care of, but like you have to get this code in your head or whatever.
That sounds about right.
And that's what they're going to do with this alien deception, Project Bluebeam. Have a bunch of evil alien reptilians or whatever, tear things up, and then they'll have some pretty Andromedans or space babe Pleiadians or something. Like, oh, make a pact with us for a one world government, and we'll teach you dumb ape humans how to clean up your oceans and have free energy. And everybody like, yeah, give me a one world government, nice aliens.
Yeah, they were pushing the alien narrative pretty hard the last few years, but I think they cooled off. But I think they were really like they're trying to figure out which one to go with. I think that was what they were testing out the past few years.
I think they're always trying to not go too far in the pocket, because if they pull things out at the wrong time, it's just going to galvanize the resistance. So they always want to they always want to try to stay with the tried and true of war. So you see them push really far with the COVID stuff. A lot of people woke up to that and started being skeptical of it. Then they turned it around like, oh no, it's about Ukraine and all the classic war dynamic. This isn't working. Let's go with the war dynamic. And then once we're slid back, they've been doing alien disclosure the last year or so. That's not working. Getting too much skepticism there. Let's go to fucking Israel and Palestine. Bring out the war card again. They're just gonna. But once the war card doesn't work anymore, then they'll get desperate enough to go to zombie apocalypse or fake alien invasion or something like that. They always have contingencies.
Or like that they might identify that antibiotics are like failing in terms of like the rate at which we discover. Sorry, the rate at which like different viruses develop immunities, and the crisis that are happening of like more and more. Is the antibiotic resistance of viruses increasing faster than what we can produce in terms of new antibiotics to counteract.
So the only way to deal with that is nanotechnology, right?
Which pronoun are the aliens gonna be using?
Do what?
The aliens that are gonna come and invade. Which pronoun are they gonna be using?
They, them. They're like a hive mind collective.
Okay.
Just like the progressives.
What if the aliens come and they just use he and she, and then they just force us to use he and she?
What if they are gay?
Like, they're just like super traditional.
Well, no. If you look into a lot of alien stuff, it ties into the occult stuff of androgyny too. So most likely they'll present the aliens as androgynous and pansexual and gender fluid and all that too. That's why all this indoctrination is being put in. It's the revelation of the hierarchy, or the exposure of the method. They ultimately want everybody to think like them and for the world to be one big secret society. So they have to slowly inculcate the public to accept these themes.
That sounds like a bunch of people are gonna be falling in love with them.
Yeah, they will. You don't think there's tons of hippies and people like, oh, save me, Space Daddy, take me to another galaxy, fuck my brains out with your blue dick. I can't find a man on Earth. Like, it's gonna be really like common.
It's like everyone who saw Avatar. That's literally what Avatar these movies are. It's just
Exactly.
getting fucked alien dick. It's like, oh yes, space fantasy. I'm gonna clone.
And it's also more predictive programming showing that they have the ability to transfer consciousness to other bodies in the deep underground labs or whatever. I think that's what they do. Is all the presidents and prime ministers go to sleep, they get their consciousness transferred to a clone body underground, and that's where they do their gladiator games and their orgies and their sacrifices. They get their orders and their booking for the script the next day, and then they wake up in their bed ready to play out the script. If you ever seen the old Genesis music video, Land of Confusion, I'm gonna post it in the chat. It's very indicative of underground cloning facilities and all the world leaders together.
Genesis, like the band of Phil Collins.
Yes, it's actually a pretty base
Holy
video.
shit.
All of the old fucking rockers had a bunch of occult truth in their shit.
Yeah, like, you don't realize it until like then the shit starts happening, and then you look back and it's like, what?
Yeah, check out this video and tell me this isn't a bunch of dysgenic, warped clones of celebrities in a dark underground missile base getting their orders from reptilians.
Okay, let me check it out.
Is that in relation to the baby incubators that they had like in the 1800s? They were incubating a bunch of babies in the cities to populate them.
Yeah, trying to do some human farming. See how much the public will accept of that possibility, because they're doing it underground.
Are we now that we're in Discord? Are we talking to some of these people and they're like in the underground bases or maybe in Antarctica and they're just trolling us from those places?
No, those people live in a ridiculously outside of our realm world where they would never engage with us useless eaters. That's why they have all the puppets and the propaganda pieces and they got all the COINTELPRO agents on here who are getting a little paycheck or just getting their ego stimulated by defending the system. They don't need to come out of their Agarthan kingdoms in order to go to Discord to fight the battle.
Or some people
When
being
we
promised.
talk about
Yes,
hive mind,
yes. I imagine
the
real quick. I imagine yes, lots of people are being promised a place in the underground breakaway civilization if they do their part for sure. It's like right before Fallout, and somebody's like, "Hey, if you do this, I'll give you a ticket to Vault 76, so you don't get nuked."
Does it necessarily have to be underground, or can it be in the outer lands?
Outer lands. Yeah, outside of Antarctica or potentially other continents that are hidden for sure. Or there's probably underwater civilizations or bases as well.
Or they could not be.
Potentially not. The ocean is very unexplored.
Is that what did they show like a peek of it to Joe Rogan when he said, "I'll lie to my mother if you show me that shit," and they show it to him and he changed completely?
Yeah, probably. Joe Rogan's been a part of the inside his entire career, so he's just playing COINTELPRO by acting like he's even entertaining conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Even when he was on Fear Factor?
Oh yeah. You mean even when he was on news radio with Andy Dick in the 90s? Yes.
Greetings.
And you know what? You know how all this shit's scripted, bro? It's even funny. Joe Rogan's character in fucking news radio, I just was watching it for the first time like 20 years the other day, and his character is the fucking office conspiracy theorist. And fucking Joe Rogan's character is always talking about the banking cartels and Illuminati conspiracies that were popular in the 90s, so it's not a fucking surprise that that's part of his script is to go be the conspiracy theory guy and be the only guy that entertains Alex Jones and all that.
He's playing the character pretty well, huh?
That's exactly right. He's typecasted. He knows his role.
Did you see the debate between Destiny and Alex Jones? I feel like.
When did that happen?
Yeah, it happened like about a year ago.
I am out of the fucking loop. I'm gonna have to watch that. That's interesting.
What happened?
Destiny versus Alex Jones. I didn't think that would ever happen. Destiny hates conspiracy theories. He never even wants to engage with them.
Isn't Destiny a guy with purple hair or something like that?
Yeah, he's the blue-haired debate guy from YouTube.
Blue hair,
Destiny is the girl's name. Destiny's the girl's name.
Destiny is a girl's name. Let her have a girlfriend named Destiny.
Obama.
Yeah, Alex Jones is definitely a shill too, but he's entertaining.
Who will take advice from a guy called Destiny that has blue hair?
Other lefties.
The specifics of what he says, you wouldn't necessarily judge someone based on the hair, right? Like, for instance, I'm pretty sure the law behind the blue hair was he just did it for a charity. He said, like, if such and such reaches a certain number, I will dye my hair blue, and then he did, and then he became the blue hair guy.
Yeah, he's just kind of leaning into the lefty stereotype for a bigger purpose, I suppose. At least that's the ostensible reason.
He describes himself as omni-liberal, but yeah, like he's definitely got a But I just like the idea.
A hard left leaning, yeah.
Yeah, sure, but I like the idea he can kind of halt the progressives at being like just completely outrageous. Sure, there's some things about Destiny which are also outrageous. You could maybe identify with open relationships and stuff like that. A lot of people would have would describe it as hedonistic tendencies, but as far as that goes, he also does like debate, right and left, and you do see it's interesting when people will kind of only like him when he's, I guess, completely like blood sports, huge debates with people that disagree with him, But as soon as he goes to disagree with the left is like, well, I thought you're for us. You're part of our party.
Yeah,
How can you disagree with
exactly.
us?
I bet you
And
he
I
believe
do respect him.
I
I
bet
do
you he
respect him on
believes.
his points. So like, hold on, like real quick, like gun control and the fucking Kyle Rittenhouse thing. He was pretty based
Yeah.
and more right leaning on that. So he's definitely not like extreme left all the time. He's not as bad as Valsh.
Yeah, Bausch is just an idiot.
But he
Sorry,
most
bro. What were
likely
you saying?
believes in the Globetard.
Oh, obviously, they all do. Like, name one world celebrity that is obviously in the role of a puppet who is a flat earther. None. You can have Scientologists like Tom Cruise. You can have Kabbalists like Madonna. You can have vegans like Woody Harrelson. But you're not going to have a celebrity flat earther.
You know who's been like getting a lot of like flag and triggering people? He was triggering people before, but now a lot of people he's having a lot of you know people going against him is Ben Shapiro because he's like cool. You know, he's telling, yeah, we gotta take all these people. Like, you know, he's being very straight about it, and people are
Yeah,
just hating it.
yeah, but Ben Shapiro's always been a Zionist piece of shit grifter, just latching onto the right anyway. It's good that people are waking up to see that he's just a parasite.
Yeah.
I guess I've got issues with this idea of Zionism, or this idea of like the fact that you can criticize the religious movement or the ideas of religious state, or criticize Israel, and then it's like, well, your criticization is actually anti-Semitic. And it's
It's
just like, wait a
ethnic.
second,
It's ethnic. Yeah,
yeah,
that's why they make
I'm
it
not
so
being
confusing.
anti-Semitic. Yeah, I'm not being anti-Semitic, but you want to paint me as that so you can avoid criticism. It's just like, no,
Exactly. That's
a
why they've
cry
made.
bully. That's
Yeah,
like a
that's
progressive calling me a racist, or progressive calling me a transphobe. It's no different.
Exactly. It's the same COINTELPRO shutdown of criticism, and that's why they've made the term Jew so contentious. On one side, it's an ethnic group. I have no problems with any ethnicity inherently. On one side, it's a religion. People can judge religions and disagree with them. On one side, it's a political mindset of Zionism. People can disagree with political ideologies. On one side, it's a Christian interpretation about being God's chosen people beyond Judaism for the Gentiles. Like, it's so confusing and multi-layered. That's why they get the benefit from it from whatever side that they want. If they want to play the victim, oy vey, you're a racist. But on the other side, they can come out with Jewish exceptionalism, say we're God's chosen people and you're goyim and things like that.
Like, the only reason why I would be, I'm not pro either side, Israel Palestine, but the only reason I might lean Israeli is because of the I guess my fear of Sharia law coming to our country and establishing itself, kind of thing.
And that's exactly what the Jewish manipulators want you to feel, just like what they did.
Yeah, and
just like sending American boys to die for oil in Iraq was that exact same trick.
You're falling for it, bro.
No, but I think I also identify Zionists as being that aspect of once they attain enough political power, they will go against, you know, the very systems that we have designed for ourselves when it comes to who can and can't lead the country, and they will try to change things to the point of like it cannot be changed. And you know, as I say, it's difficult because to describe how they influence the political system, it always goes back to, you know, the war that probably should have never happened. Like, if Germany had never fought that war, it would have been like a country fights 2 world wars, loses both of them, and then builds itself into the powerhouse of Europe, like where they're bailing out countries like Greece. Like, how does that not describe a hardworking people? Like, holy shit! But like, yeah, it's kind of sad whenever I speak to Germans. It's just like they're constantly affronted by the worst thing that you can call a person, which is effectively a Nazi, and they can't take pride in their own culture because people see that as like, and so they're kind of cucked in that way. It sucks.
And that's the plan for all white Western countries. Germany is the prototype model for the type of cuckish subservience and self-hatred that they want in all white cultures, because white cultures are the main threat. White cultures are the main threat to their rule.
Ding ding ding.
To the Zionists.
You know, they know they can control all the other countries with money and manipulation and bribes or different little legalese Jew tricks. But they know that Christian morality and Christian ethics, in general, even if you're not a Christian, is the basis of Western white society. So they
Yeah.
have to
And
they have to subvert that first through a bunch of degeneracy to get everybody weakened up. It's like
yeah,
if you it's
but
like if you were going to invade a country, like you wouldn't send porn into their country for 30 years ahead of time to destabilize all their growing boys so there were no young men soldiers to fight back.
but I think what I worry about more than Zionists or Sharia law is probably China. But I think that's just because so much of it is a country that doesn't have to follow anyone else's laws and has this kind of singularity, like
They got the
structure of
million
power.
they got the million man army, which is intimidating. They have
Yeah.
they have the financial debt leverage over America. That's intimidating for sure. I think ultimately they're all part of one world government. So it's just like, which boogeyman are you going to be scared enough of to do what we tell you? Is it the Muslims? Is it the Zionists? Is it the Chinese? Is it the atheists? Is it Elon Musk? Is it Trump? Just be scared of something and pay your fucking taxes, please.
And the more I feel like we talk about this like spacefaring age or like the scientific advancement, but I think we're at a point in history where we make way more entertainment than we need, and a lot of the entertainment actually just distracts us inside of our society rather than people propagating like
Rather than it
good ideas and good solutions.
rather than art that inspires and motivates people to be better, for sure.
Yeah, it's more just interaction and what is just eyes glued to a screen, right?
Just ADD stimulation for sure. Fidget spinner culture.
That entertainment is like cast spelling. It's like casting spells on people.
Yeah.
Same with the music.
But that is one thing that I do have a conflict with while talking, real shit about the Zionist control mechanisms of the world. I'm also not gonna go with the Hitler standing retards that think that Hitler was based. Hitler was a puppet of the. Hitler was a Jew. Hitler was part of the fucking world government. He's just playing out his role too. So that's fucking stupid. I'm not gonna say the Jews are all. It's not the Jews who are all at fault. It's not the fucking Chinese. It's not the Muslims. It's fucking something bigger, a hidden hand that we don't see that's potentially even non-human.
But a part of like my understanding of the Israel-Palestine conflict is that like my father told me of the theory that they like knew the attack was coming, and it's just like, well, it's that difference between like the top 1% and just everyone underneath, and that like if people die, they become a reason for an example, and once that example is established, then they can forevermore look towards that example and reference it as like a reason of why we
Have
should
I
do
heard this before? Where have I seen this before?
Yeah, the postulation is that did elite aristocratic Jews in World War II sacrifice poor pogrom Jews to be killed for a greater agenda for the shield of anti-Semitism? And I would contend, yes, definitely.
Isn't this the case in many examples?
Yeah, for sure. I'm just saying that despite their insular in-group preferences, Jewish culture isn't exempt from that power dynamic. Kind of like how use another cringe Harry Potter analogy. It's like the Death Eaters, like the Malfoys, high-level aristocracy who looks down on the Weasleys and the poor white trash redheaded Jewish wizard families. That's how the elite aristocracy of Bavaria and the German Illuminati groups that are all part of Zionism and Nazism, two sides of the Hegelian coin, and they're totally fine killing anybody, whether it's gays, gypsies, other Jews, whatever, for the great work, as they call it.
I dislike this idea that like I've only recently realized that is it during January 6th, was it purposeful not to have enough security and armed forces to stop
Yes.
people from going into the inside of the building, and essentially they just went, oh well, they kind of broke through them by themselves, but really a lot of it was, as I say, quote unquote, the guided tour. That like, oh well, we're not going to stop the mob, we're just going to direct the mob through so they don't break as much shit as they
Exactly.
would if we keep resisting them. But you
Exactly.
didn't have enough people to resist them in the first place, and was that a design in itself?
Yeah, it was basically like baiting a big hog trap or a rat trap with cheese, and you leave the door unlocked to where it could be pulled open. And then when someone pulls the door open because it's not locked, it's like, oh, look, you're breaking in and you're doing all these things, but no, you know that you were setting them up for that.
Yeah, I need to go watch like the 7-hour live stream again. But from my understanding, or a few people have told me that essentially there were times where there was like calm inside the protesting crowd, and that the police would or the National Guard, what have you, would throw like irritants into the crowd to get them enraged, like
Try to
tear
piss them
gas and
off.
so forth.
Yeah. Not to mention all the agent provocateurs that were there that were feds in fucking civilian clothes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there was like Marines that got
Come on,
fucking.
guys! It's like you got 10 normal people. It's like, should we do this? Like, yeah, come on, let's go, let's burn the motherfucker down. Like that's the cop in the group.
Yeah.
Let's do it for America.
Yeah, and they love the Antifa shit. They love everybody black blocked up in hoodies and masks. Then you can have feds easily go. They can go fuck shit up, and then nobody's gonna camera them and dox them and find out that they were a fed the whole time. Another reason why they use the shield of progressivism to advance their agenda.
Yeah, so I guess over the last, I think it's been about a month or two, looking back at it and trying to, I guess, inhibit more than just like the narrative and just kind of looking at broad perspectives. That the riots are quite a lot worse than January 6th, just for the way
Oh
that
yeah.
it was.
Oh yeah. And I say that to everybody. I was like, this is why they were galvanized and felt like they could get away with it. Take a bunch of white Christians who pay their taxes and all that stuff, and they get to see like a bunch of black people and poor people smashing things, burning down government buildings, looting shit, and they're like, okay, well, we're not even doing that. We're just following the law to redress our grievances with our government, and that, they're like, okay, well, this at least isn't a riot, and then they get in worse shit than the rioters do. That's total like narcissistic manipulation at its max. If you are for us, then you can go crazy and embrace chaos and do whatever you want. But if you resist us, then you're going to be held to a higher level of scrutiny and security than even normal. You were a 55-year-old lady holding a sign outside the Capitol building. You're going to jail.
That sounds like signs of a falling empire.
Indeed. America is meant to fall. All empires are designed to grow, create shit, harvest it all up, and then be nuked and move on and do it again. From Sumeria to Egypt to Rome to England to here, it's all the same dichotomy. Who knows? The next empire might be one centered in Jerusalem if their script goes off.
Yeah. As Destiny said, the rioting needs to fucking stop. And if it means a white redneck fucking militia dudes come out there mowing down dipshit protesters that think they can torch buildings at 10 p.m., then at this point they have my fucking blessing.
And that's exactly what they want. They want the tension to rise that high, because what happens if white people and rednecks are pushed to that level? That's going to justify martial law and bringing in the United Nations and taking everybody's guns, which is of course what they want. This is an information battle more than ever. It's a battle that requires high level intelligence and tactics, like a chess match, rather than just, or they took our jobs, let's go out with torches and pitchforks and go to the government building. This isn't the fucking Middle Ages.
When they reach the building with the pitchforks, now what? I don't know.
Exactly. We're gonna go get Joe Biden. He's sniffing little girls. We're gonna get that laptop and find out what's on there, boys.
Yeah.
Do you think you could do your best accent of the word "boy" for me?
Boy, I need you to put that down, boy.
I love it. I love it. That's good.
I got a question.
What's up?
What's your question, boy?
Can any of these rulers or controllers make bodies of water curve?
No, they cannot. And that's the thing, for all of their great reveals and all that stuff, I've never seen any plans of them revealing the flat earth. Like, no occult plan, no Albert Pike, no secret society plan for 1,000 years have ever indicated that they're going to try to, like, oh, well, we're going to control them, then we're going to tell them about flat earth and get them to go colonize other continents. No, they're always planning on keeping that shit on lockdown, I imagine. Their little royalty realm of Agartha, while within the ice wall is the slave pen.
Would you say that there is certain aspects of the flat Earth space that there are, like, I guess, bad faith actors who are just there to propagate off, like, for instance, alternative media companies aren't infallible, right? Like, to think that you're not going to criticize you're going to criticize mainstream media and you're going to scrutinize it, but then you're going to go to alternative media and trust that they are giving you what other people don't want you to have, but at the same time they can also be part of the
deception. Yeah, like the flat Earth Society and all kinds of shit, for sure. If you were controlling the world, wouldn't you fucking fund the controlled opposition as well? You'd want to control both sides of the dialect. There's definitely tons of flat earthers who have sus conclusions. I've talked to some flat earthers that think that the world needs to be depopulated. I've talked to some flat earthers that think one world government would be good and that it would reveal the truth of flat earth. I've talked to flat earthers who ultimately just want to be right, and there's a Christian who just wants to be right and be raptured and watch everybody suffer in misery for not agreeing with them. So it's just about their ego, not even about the truth. So that's just a human thing. That's within all groups, unfortunately. Flat Earth doesn't protect you from protect everybody from being a piece of shit.
Depopulated? I think we need more children.
I totally agree, but you hear some surprising takes.
I know, just less old people. Let's go Corona 2.
Jeez. I propose going back to the village dynamic with intergenerational wisdom, where grandparents are in the communities teaching little kids all their wisdom.
Yeah.
As long as they're not creepy old sus types.
I think we've lost a lot of that. A lot of it, like, people talk about how America kind of shipped their manufacturing over to other countries with lower like wages and so forth and so on, less workers' rights. But a lot of the people that worked in those manufacturing jobs never got the chance to impart their knowledge of their trade towards, the next generation. And so that's why I think that's one of the reasons why there is that disconnect between the quote-unquote boomer and Gen millennials?
X,
yeah.
Gen X and millennials, yeah. Definitely, and that's why all the manufacturing's outsourced to China. That way, you don't have carpenters and repairmen and everything trading those skills in the community.
And it's kind of sad because you can't even make your own in the country because you're never going to be able to compete with the market that has already, put through the cost of the shipped goods from one place to another because the wages are so next to slave labor. Like you're never going to compete with China.
And all these collectivist authoritarian cucks just like, oh, we want the world to be happy and well maintained through government benefits. Well, the government will give us free money and food and all that stuff, but we don't need government and universal basic income. All we need is open source technology and transparency within it to where humans are smart enough to make technology to build the things that they need to. It's just there's too many regulations and permits and government interference and control. But if that wasn't the case, then we would be completely self-sufficient. There'd be enough free energy or efficient energy for people to just build and do their own things.
Yeah.
The government is overdoing it. Too much regulation. It's on the way. The regulation is in the way of developments and a lot
innovation.
of innovation. Yeah.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
the government should be there, maybe to enforce contracts and to maybe national defense, and that's probably about it. They shouldn't be in any other business.
Yeah, like genuine safety concerns, like this factory is dumping fucking poison into the local river.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's fine. We all agree with that. But
Yeah.
Government shutting down people making hydro-powered cars? Why?
Yeah,
I think one of the worst ones is government education. That's one of the deep root worst.
Oh yeah, that might be the number one culprit, actually, bro. That was a good point. That's where all the indoctrination for everything else stems from.
They basically take away the parents and they're replacing the parents, and they have this zombie mindset of children that look up to the government and the people look away from their parents. And
yep, just like what was it? Hitler's propaganda minister Goebbels, I think, said, "Just give me the children of a country, and in 20 years, I'll determine policy in that country."
Yep.
Would you say that there's been a certain, I guess, aspect of encouraging people to, like, I feel like there were real thought leaders in terms of the space of how we're going to clean up our environment and the solutions and identifying the problem in terms of, like, the damage to our environment caused by capitalism and so forth, the rest of it.
Sure.
That we stop these factories from polluting and, like, the downstream effects of, a factory upstream and, your neighborhood and so forth and so on. But it has been kind of taken over by a whole bunch of people who realize that money is never going, like, cleaning up the environment and spending money while doing it is never going to get in the way of making money. And so they've correctly identified, actually, this is a really good grift in that if we convince people that we are making change, even though it's so municipal, we can convince them to, i.e., buy our products or, spend the money where we want or, spend their time where they
Exactly. They're moving towards a time where they are going to snap their fingers and money isn't going to exist. It's going to be post-apocalyptic where real wealth is just what you have: your gold, your guns, your medicine, your land, your women, your children, whatever physical material wealth is, because money isn't even going to exist. It's a construct, and they're trying to get as many last-minute scams off as possible. They're trying to milk every drop out before they flip the switch for their great plan.
Yeah, I do notice we have a globe tard in here. Newt, do you want to tell us why the Earth is a globe?
Ooh, it's